Welcome, 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 everyone. It's going to be an interesting, fun day, but we will suffer through it. I want to welcome my guests. Please welcome Wise Wolf.
The dark side.
I'm gonna shoot you now.
What? Yeah.
Doing.
Yep.
Hello, everyone.
Hello there.
General Kenobi, you are a bold one.
Good, you finished set the whole line. You can take a breather.
Yeah. Welcome.
I'd say it's time to School of Movies.
Indeed.
Bow chicka bow wow.
And we got one of the best guys to do it coming right up.
I suppose it's too late to play hooky.
Yes,
No.
it is.
Welcome
Well-
to hell. Where I'll be the one reveling in your suffering.
Alrighty, and welcome our final but last but not least guest.
I'm waiting.
I hear that train coming round the bend.
You ready?
No.
Even your avatar is
Hop on
crying.
I
Hop on
figured
a
it
done
was
stream, he
appropriate.
said. It'll be fun, he said.
You'll get smarter, he said.
I have a garlic knot, so I'm ready for anything.
I came ready with food. Comfort food.
My body.
Yeah,
Yo.
I've got food in front of me too.
Well,
Not that I'm gonna get to eat it all because of how stupid they are.
yeah, they're really bad.
Best you come
Hey, chat,
prepared.
quote Yokai on this. My body
Yeah.
is ready.
Yeah. Yeah, chat, pretty much we're going through the gamut of...
I immediately regret this decision.
Everybody's staying on the Black Slayer now.
That you truly
Yeah.
become the Black
Yep.
Slayer.
Yep.
They hate
And then... And there's going to be a whole lot of...
It gets better. It gets fucking better. Okay.
Oh yeah, because you know what's coming.
And
Yeah.
then...
Boy, I hate being right all the time.
Yes, that too. That's me. That's me this stream.
I wonder if we can go to stream without going backwards in the audio.
Probably not, because I can't, like, do it like YouTube. I have to manually go backward.
Sometimes we get so mad at them, we skip points when they're talking, and then we go backwards into clips, and then we find even more stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of stupid
Nick Brown, the
actually
man of
takes this
renown. Zofretz. This is from a picture Zofretz drew.
Oh, that's nice. She's
Yeah,
really talented.
Are you
she's really
prepared for some Kitsugo Yaoi?
I have no idea what that is.
good. You don't want to
You
know.
don't want to know. Trust
Alex,
me.
hey, look,
Wait,
you're-
Sugo Yaoi?
Get out of here.
Here, I'll tell him anyhow.
No.
No. No.
Doug,
Is
you
it
want
some
to know?
kind of
No.
tentacle porn? Is it some kind of
No.
tentacle porn?
Nope.
Shut
No.
your mouth, you simp.
No.
I didn't.
Don't make me get my newspaper, Wolf.
I'll pay.
Alrighty.
Bad dog.
Only you
Alrighty.
could call me that. You
Without-
have no control over me, Crow.
Without further preamble, let's get into this train wreck of a podcast, shall we?
Yeah.
Come on.
Because that technically, yeah.
I think they were.
We're smart, you guys. We're smart.
They're not.
Bullshit.
As so much in
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
smart
here's
at
how you
all.
know
They
they
must
aren't
have-
really smart. They have to tell
Yeah.
themselves they're smart.
Yeah. Let's.
By this, or we will riot.
And back to Luke, the ending with him plays into the fact that when he turns up, he does not turn up as the man. He sort of accepts his role as being the legend, and that ending on Crate solidifies the legend of Luke Skywalker.
No, it
No.
doesn't. It ruins it.
Not just to the rebels who
No. One, Luke was not actually there. So how can he do that? There is a power that they took from the EU, which is fold space, which allows for you to teleport objects from one place to another, and if you're strong enough yourself. But at that point, that has not been established yet. It has not been established that you can pass things from one place to another.
Yeah, it's
And
kind
it's
of the
not
thing. It's the infinite butthole that Ryan Johnson and J.J. Abrams pull their ideas from. Most of them are bad.
Yeah,
I
we're just
know
pulling
that
stuff-
I
We're
know
just
that
pulling
they
stuff
took
from the EU, but messing them up in different ways. That's called being innovative.
Yeah, right. No. Force healing is. First of all, it was a healing trance where you had to sleep and it took a long time. And you had to set a phrase for someone to say to wake you up.
Mm-hmm.
It has to
Well-
have the proper setup, and we would not be complaining so much if they'd taken it wholesale instead of gone, oh, this is a good idea, but I don't like how it's executed, so let's do it a different way.
Or even set it up earlier in the movie or in this trilogy, because planning is antithetical to these idiots' mindsets.
Yeah, if you wanted to have force healing, you
And
could
for-
have had Luke sitting with one of those stupid monks healing them.
So
Because it would
also-
make sense for Luke to know, because Luke is an old man and he's really, not only is he really powerful, but he's really knowledgeable. If you really want to introduce new force powers, use your old master character to do so. Don't use your novice.
They
And
skip.
that's what they did.
Well,
They skip the part of writing class where they have to. They skipped writing class entirely. Heck, I would say they dropped out.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh,
dropped out of class. They dropped out of
yeah.
school.
Yeah, well, they did. Let me say some hellos in the chat. Hello, Alex Halo. Hello, Johan. Nick Brown, Man of Renown. Space Junk. NT Freeman. John Lemley. Always a pleasure to see you guys. Charles Calkins. Ken Kanaki. Nova Roman. Always good to see you. I'm glad to see you all. If there are any other people in the chat, please say hi, and I'll welcome you into the chat. I'm glad to have you.
Yeah, hi guys.
Hello there, everyone.
But yeah, it's like this is. Did you hear that Daisy Ridley was saying that?
No
like
plan.
Originally it was like they were toying with like her like parentage being Kenobi, and then
That would have
Then
been
she-
interesting.
and then it was officially no one, and then J.J. Abrams came to her and said, "What do you think of Palpatine?" And she was like, "Oh, okay." In an interview with Josh Gad, I think Star Wars Theory did a video on it, and maybe we'll watch that as like a semi palate cleanser as what after we do the the best Jedi righted by fans.
Oh God! Don't remind me of that.
It'll be the capper of crap until we eventually cover the Rise of Skywalker podcast.
Yay! I'm so excited.
I don't understand why they think this is a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I know why this is a good idea, because I'm monetizing your pain.
You're not making money yet.
Here,
And you're gonna monetize their stupidity too. Once you
yeah,
get there.
don't worry. I'll take away his monetization by saying all the swear words in the dictionary.
Penis, 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 penis.
Well, EFAP.
No, don't do that. We want him to be monetized.
Oh yeah, that way he get a better computer.
Well, considering that EFAP is still monetized, is technically still monetized after all the stuff they say.
You know what? I'll just quote Ethan Klein.
Alrighty.
Don't.
Well, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
What a hypocrite he is.
Everybody, shush everybody.
Which is just really well established as he walks through, hands layer the dice, and walks out into the battlefield. But to the First Order and to Ben himself, because the first reaction from Ben Solo is, lock all guns on that man and fire. And when that happened, I thought, well, okay, that's
I don't think he's
one way to kill off.
I don't think locking on's a thing possible. Hang on. I might be
Okay, what the hell are they talking about?
Oh, they're talking about how Luke walking out into the empty battle plane.
He did absolutely nothing. He didn't even hold up his hand.
He wasn't even there.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
Yeah,
So
they think that part's amazing. Let's let them explain themselves. Let's let them explain themselves before we discuss.
I didn't, because obviously with the snow thing, you think, well, okay, and then he's just stood there. I was like, oh, and it never. I don't know why it didn't. He looked different. He was younger. He wasn't as grey, and it never sank into my head that he wasn't there.
I just assumed that he dyed his beard
Liar.
on the river. Duh.
I figured that he had trimmed his beard to make him look like the version of himself that Ben would remember. Just, to neaten himself up because he's going to finally see other people and he looks like a hairy old ditch wizard.
He makes Gandalf look civilized by comparison.
Yeah, a hairy old ditch wizard.
Tombstone, Luke Skywalker.
You can have a super long beard, guys.
Yeah.
Gruey went off in my head. I was like, hang on. He's holding his Graflex lightsaber
you
from
could put
the Empire
Confucius to
Strikes Back,
shame
which
with
we
that
know
beard.
was rendered onto its component parts. Something
He should have been using his old lightsaber, not the blue one.
It just, to me, it didn't sink in. I don't know why.
Also noticed
Because you're stupid.
Yeah,
something.
Because
it is actually something strange.
Quiet Wolf, let Dunn talk.
It has never come up in Star Wars that you can astral project yourself. Like all that we've had so far is either mind tricks or bridging minds, where you can visually see each other. Which that in itself is utterly stupid because Rian Johnson wanted his protagonists and antagonists to interact. But the problem is it is so utterly asinine that it robs the thing of impact.
If you want to have your protagonist and antagonist interact, then you put them in a fucking battle. That's how you do it.
Any scene of any description.
I'm about to break.
You put them in a battle. It doesn't have to be a battle. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be a battle of the minds where they're trying to trick each other into doing things. But if you want them to be face to face, then they need a reason to be actually face to face. You can't just take mind communication and turn it into Force Skype.
Wolf, you had something to say?
We have not seen the green lightsaber until Rise of Skywalker.
And that's another thing. And that's another thing.
Yeah, we saw the green lightsaber in the flashback with Kylo, but then we see it in Rise of Skywalker, but we never actually see it physically. No, we only see it in flashbacks.
Yeah, why did Luke not use? I mean, he should have been there in the first place, but his instinct should not have been to project his father's lightsaber. It should have been to project his own.
Ryan
Where
Johnson
did his lightsaber go?
He had it. I believe he still had it at the end of Jedi. So there's no reason for him not to be using it.
Well, if you want to find out, Drake, you're going to have to read like 7 different comics, three different books.
Why couldn't
Play several different video games? God, I hate how they do this.
You gotta do the 343 style of writing. You gotta do all the expanded material and then watch the main source. But don't be surprised if it contradicts literally everything.
Or go to Wikipedia for free or YouTube.
If Ray had found, go ahead, Neph.
No, I'm sorry. I have no idea what I was about to say.
If Ray had found Luke's Episode 6 lightsaber instead of Anakin's lightsaber in The Force Awakens, what would have changed?
Nothing.
It would have made more sense, honestly.
It would have made more sense, yes, but nothing would have changed, basically.
Yeah, theoretically they wanted to make a connection to Anakin, but they completely fumbled at the touchdown line.
As well, they weren't even trying to
make
Anakin. They were thinking about making her Kenobi.
Yeah, so why use Anakin's lightsaber at all when you could have used the one they had McGregor and Sir McGinnis use?
It's the same lightsaber color, but yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what they should have done. But since they used Anakin's lightsaber, everyone thought that she was going to be a Skywalker. But no, they have her. Oh my god, it's so stupid.
Yep.
So stupid. JJ, you completely ruined the entire franchise by making her a Palpatine.
Yep. Ryan.
Because Palpatine won, and everything our heroes ever did was pointless.
Meaningless. Yeah, it's meaningless. Alrighty, let's keep going down the rabbit hole of stupid. Keep in mind, this is just after the movie's release. Solo has not come out, neither has The Rise of Skywalker. So a lot of their stuff is going to be made meaningless. And because The Rise of Skywalker spits in the face of Last Jedi fans. That's the only thing that I like about it.
I'm curious what they think about it.
How good does it feel to spend the last 2 years making a piece of crap movie, only for the next horror movie to crap all over it?
So Drake, I've listened to their Rise of Skywalker podcast a couple of times, and they are exceptionally forgiving of the idiot plot. They are still kind of a little bit. They are actually like, don't do it, don't make her a Palpatine, and then like they somehow accept it, which is like they're just kind of sheep in many respects.
Consumers.
Yeah, they're consumers, and they kind of say that like Rey should have been named Organa, not Skywalker. And
I would have been fine with that.
No.
Yeah. Well,
I would have.
I could have lived with that compared to the alternative.
Well, think about it like this. They made Kylo Ben Solo. They could have made Rey his sister by making her Organa.
Mm-hmm. And Leia was more of a mom to her than anybody else. More of a parent to her in general than literally anyone in the galaxy.
Apparently, but we never get to see it because
Rey. Is it ever really explained why Rey and Leia just get along so well together despite
No,
no,
it's not.
No, not even remotely. It is just like she just gives her a hug in Force Awakens, doesn't see her for almost the entirety of Last Jedi, then they train for like a year off screen, and then they have, boom, a good relationship. Great.
And keep this in mind, Wolf. This is the Mary Sue effect going on, where everyone immediately likes her, and those that don't are villains.
Oh, I
And
already know that.
anyone on the villain's side who likes her is redeemable.
I need to clip Dishonored Wolves. Keep that in mind.
Oh,
we're not
keep
done.
in mind, we're not done yet. Keep that in mind, we're not done yet.
You have not ascended to become me yet. Yes, that is true.
Yes.
Keep remembering. I remember one time he said it so. I remember in the Aquaman video, he just said it so many times that he just stopped saying it because it was getting old.
Yeah. Yeah, very simply, like, in regards to The Last
This
Jedi...
is beyond a piss me the fuck off movie. This is if this movie was a person, I would assault it movie.
You know, here's what I would have done with The Last Jedi if it was a person. You'd never hear that person again.
I'd take them out back and I'd shoot them. All you'd hear is my shotgun going off.
No noises. I'll just be taking them out into this obscure house in the middle of nowhere. You know, they scream.
Oh, hey, Burf.
Hello there.
You haven't missed much.
Run while you still can. Or don't, suffer. Oh my god, we lost Don!
Oh no, Don! What happened? Oh, great.
He surrendered.
Oh, I can't imagine talking about Rise of Skywalker without noting the complete idiocy of the plot at every corner. Yeah, we're probably going to get to that in a couple of weeks.
Done.
Yeah, we did. Unfortunately.
I don't know if they can hear me.
Good.
We can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Now, who shall ascend to the throne? Because I'm not doing it.
Don't make me get my newspaper, Wolf.
I said I won't do it.
Okay.
I said serve you and no one else.
Good Kaneki, that's funny.
Okay, so he actually had technical difficulty.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see.
See, space chunk of grease. You should take over.
Let's see.
I agree.
What have they been talking about?
They're
talking about the part before Luke and Kylo fight.
This sucks.
One, he's not there. He's not there, so so it's meaningless.
You know what? I just realized it's even more meaningless than we thought, because if Luke went in person, then if Kylo stabbed Luke, Rey could have healed him.
Oh my god, we lost Crow as well.
Oh no!
He's been murdered.
Dr. Crow, we could hear you just fine. Why did you leave? Seriously.
Oh my god, someone's going around and murdering everyone. First Dun and now Crow.
But seriously, he should have just gone. And you know what? That would have been a good way to introduce Fold Space.
I wonder where everybody's going.
I don't know.
I don't know, but all we know is that Crow's now flying free.
Where's everybody going? Bingo.
Well, yeah, as I was saying, if they'd wanted to introduce a new force power, they could have introduced Fold Space.
Oh my god, Joe guy's gone!
They could have introduced Fold Space by having Luke do Fold Space in this movie. But they didn't think to do that. Nope.
I can't believe it. Well, upside is I'm next to Neph now.
Okay. Huh? You only hear me and... Huh.
No, I'm not talking right now. Oh man, everybody's dying.
It's like first it was Gun, then it was Crow, and now it's Yokai. Now, who's
Yokai's
next?
fine. No, I'm having fun, Crow.
No! It's Scroll Boys! No!
Oh my god!
You guys, that's not funny. Ugh.
Okay. So it's just a Neph show now.
Very funny.
Apparently
Yeah.
Alex Hale is the one that's doing this.
Well, we certainly can't do anything until Dunn gets back, so let's see.
You ever wonder why we're here?
Oh, I know why we're here. We're here to talk about School of Movies. What do I think of the new Mulan movie? Johan, I'm not watching that Trek.
Jax just realized his grave decision.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Don't worry, she has the eternal newspaper, so she'll be able to control me. I'm gonna just close some tabs so I don't get booted out.
Well, mine's fine because it's new, so no, we can't touch on that because they're probably about to talk about that.
You know, I guess I'll talk about. You know, let's have another fanfic discussion while we're at it.
No, let's not do that. Let's keep it on topic.
That movie was made possible by concentration camps.
Okay. That's good to know, Yokai. That's... Finally, you're back. Yay.
Yeah.
What happened?
I think that my clips have STDs.
Okay.
No,
Hello,
Don, I'm so
Crow.
sorry. I'll
Hello,
never
Yokai.
take you for granted again.
Yeah.
Alex Halo, he's gonna
Yeah,
shut
I don't know. I think something about like sharing your screen while a clip is going on kills my internet or something.
No, it was Maggie Mae Fish. I subdued her.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I hate
Thank
that.
God.
Yeah,
Good work, Agent Kitty.
Yeah.
Good work, Agent
Subdue,
Yokai
not
Emiya.
subduce.
Hold on, I want to
Yeah.
try something here real quick. Neph, can you just
Yeah.
say anything?
Okay.
Did she say anything?
She said okay.
I cannot hear Neph.
The
Yeah.
cat owl come
You
back.
can't?
Yeah. Ultimately, like,
weird.
Hopefully,
hear that.
let me test.
Can you hear
let
me
me test
now?
something real. Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
We all hear
Yeah.
you except Crow.
Drake,
Let
are
me,
you talking to?
Yes.
Okay, so I can hear Drake. I can hear all the boys except the girl.
No, I agree, Neff. Crow is a
Apparently-
dipshit.
Oh my god! That's the new record.
No, I hate him. I hate him too. But we got to deal with him.
Yeah. So you really can't hear me.
You because I'm sure you're giving me a mouthful.
I'm not
Unfortunately,
actually.
women are for seeing, not for
I
hearing.
don't think he hears you.
No, I
Yeah,
cannot.
she's
hear you.
really letting you have it, Crow. I think it's good that you can't hear her.
No, I'm not.
I'm serious, Neff. I cannot hear you.
I can. Well, that's weird because I can hear
If I
you.
just close the stream, come back in.
She says she wishes that she couldn't hear you.
No, that's not what I said, Yokai. Be nice.
Nick, there's no reason for language
listen,
like
don't
that.
listen to Yokai, listen to me. I can swear that
Now,
she,
I don't think
Don't
you're that
make me
bad.
use
Come
this
on.
newspaper on you.
I'll be
Well,
right back.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
think-
work in your favor, Neph.
This technical snafu is going to be why we can't finish this today, isn't it?
Probably.
No,
We lost
we will
Don
finish.
today.
We will finish this if it kills us.
Yes, yes, we
The
will.
upside is I survive and all the rest of you die, except for Neph. I get to. She'll become the queen of the stream.
Ugh, bad dog.
I am trying to help.
Okay, you gonna bring Crow back? Done? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
What?
Okay, good.
Do you have my sandwich for me?
I'll give you a sandwich, Crow.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
This is the best moment of my life.
Maybe.
Yeah. This was generally funny.
Maybe like let me try something real quick.
Shit over it. Well, fuck you. People don't talk like this, and people don't act like this. Not everyone in the world is obnoxious as you see them through your lens of bullshit.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, that worked.
Uh-oh. Did it? Please tell me I'm just having selective hearing again.
That say crow, fly you fool.
No, Wolf.
It's
She
a
didn't say it.
oratory reference.
Is Yokai talking?
No.
No, okay.
Yo.
Okay.
No, Kai.
So Dunn's dead again, guaranteed.
Dunn is dead?
Yep,
Done,
Dunn
you
died.
okay?
No, yeah, I
Oh
guess.
my god, Don died again.
Oh no.
You're not even
Today's
human.
top news are fucking Dunn fucks up again in his own fucking stream by disconnecting over 60 time in one ass fucking show. What? Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We seem to have a lot of technical
difficulties.
Hey, I need to make the meme right quick.
All right. So I don't know what happened.
Okay, great.
But
Now my picky's falling asleep on me again.
whatever happened last time, I don't know what it is, but I couldn't hear both Neph and Drake until Drake came back into the stream.
Hmm.
I don't know why. It's very weird. Because I could hear Wolf just fine, and then Yokai dropped out. Well, then I dropped out because my internet crapped out on me too. And then Yokai dropped out, and then Drake dropped out. And it was just Wolf talking to somebody he thought was Neph.
Drake and I didn't drop out. We were just fucking around.
Yeah.
Okay, now I just gotta. Now I just gotta wait for Dunn to get back after he died again.
Hopefully he's done with this.
Okay, I'm going to. Okay, who wants to be Stan and who wants to be Kyle?
I'll be Kyle.
Okay.
I have no idea who they are.
Right, then give me Drake.
Is this a South Park joke?
Yep.
It's done, Kenny.
What do you think?
Can I be Cartman?
Dartmouth's not in this one.
The fucking point then.
I'm sorry, but the image they have only shows Stan, Kyle, and then Kenny, who's got shot in the head. So one of you has to choose. Which one of you will be Kyle? I mean, Stan.
I'll be Stan.
I think Kyle.
I don't have your new image. I only have the old image. So.
Oh, you're making an image.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if this will work. Hang on a second.
Right then.
Share.
Can you crop Chef in the background and put me on him?
Let me see if I can get a blank template. And I'm going to need that image of yours, if you would so kindly.
Okay. I'm taking care of it. Sending.
Chef South.
I wonder if this works.
Blank.
Okay.
Oh,
never
got
mind.
Don back.
Oh wow.
I
Hey, Don.
freaking hate Podbean. Podbean.
You're alive. Again.
I think the Podbean must have some kind of STD built into the site that's killing my stuff.
Well, Okay, I'm going to Photoshop Chef to the background right now. Oh no, that's not an image of the blank template.
I was just being an asshole. I can't believe you're actually doing it. This is awesome.
Doing what?
Don't worry about it.
All right, Wolf, I just sent it to you over Discord.
I am not reading that. Okay, hang on. Here you go. Discord. Yeah, I'm trying to find a chef that has like a blank background, so it doesn't so it doesn't show. Oh, no, I need transparent background. Transparent.
Google and Bing used to have filters for stuff like that, but for whatever reason, they've made it a pain now. I don't know why.
Everybody seems to be making all this stuff worse.
Yeah, they used to have. They used to let you search aspect ratio. They actually removed it. They went in and removed that feature. I don't understand that.
Kind of like Star Wars, which is what we're covering right now.
Maybe. I think maybe the problem. Maybe it's just like I need to just download this podcast onto my computer and then I just play it from my computer or something.
Yeah, why did you do that in the first place?
Why would you want School of Movies on your computer?
Well,
or on my external hard drive. Well, on my external hard drive, just to kind of save time. I'll figure it out. I'll probably have. Maybe that's why it's the problem. It's because it's running two different websites.
I recommend using VLC Media Player for compatibility.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But anyway, let's keep going, shall we?
Okay, Yokai.
Yeah.
I found a transparent chef picture, but it's the Nazi zombie one.
That's fine, man. I don't care.
Alrighty. Well, let's keep going, shall we?
Point
Yeah, just have fun and
Luke
surprise
is
me.
exercising passivity. He is not
The point of
attacking.
this
Obviously, he
film.
doesn't necessarily need to. It's feasible that he could have attacked Kylo from a distance using the Force, but he is demonstrating to.
He can't.
He wasn't there. How could he possibly know? How could he interact with anyone if he's not there?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. Let's keep going. They say dumber things. It gets It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets fucking better.
Of self-sacrifice. He is replicating Ben Kenobi's self-sacrifice so that his friends and his protege
No,
get
he's
away.
not.
If he was, he'd be there.
Also, he's not Also, he doesn't even know Rey is there.
No, he doesn't.
How could he? Yeah. And here's the problem. These people have a stupid, twisted thing that the Jedi should be pacifist. Cosmonaut has this problem. These idiots have that problem. So many people have that problem. I think friggin' Just Right has it because Just Right and Patrick Williams are prototypical soy boys.
They try to
being
hide their
being able to open a can of whoop ass.
Yeah.
Being pacifistic does not mean that you're not willing to fight if pushed to it.
Oh no, this is
push
a
up to shove,
psychological problem with
they are
pacifism.
they are
thing.
keepers of the peace, but push comes to shove, they will resort to violence.
Also, the thing is, the Jedi have never been pacifist. There's a difference between being a pacifist and being centered. I think Hack Fraud Media did a really good job of absolutely destroying this while layering in some absolutely hilarious jabs at Patrick Williams and calling him a pretentious hipster, which he is. Patrick Williams has neither integrity, reputation, nor credibility.
It's a space.
Oh, he has a reputation.
It's a movie about space business for kids.
Yeah, that's his only claim to fame. And then people just spammed him on Twitter with just that picture of him holding that freaking sign.
How did he not think that was going to bite him in the ass?
Because he doesn't think.
Because Patrick Williams is devoid of any intelligence. His bald bean-shaped head has the brain cells of a paramecium. Yeah. Let's keep going, shall we?
Okay, and I'm nearly finished with the image.
Just
okay. Let's
like
keep
Wolf.
it's he's rhyming it himself. So we get the Han Solo doing that for Ben, and then we get Luke doing that for Ben and.
He did not sacrifice himself. Oh my god.
Luke didn't do anything for Ben. He did for Kylo. He wasn't Ben yet.
Also, he said, well, they just keep interchangeably calling him Ben and Kylo.
Because that's not confusing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's keep going.
And everybody else in the Rebels.
It's also in that conversation he delivers that gut punch to Ben as well.
Yeah.
If you strike me down in anger, I will be with you always, just like your father. And you can see it written on his face.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Saying I will be with you always. He's a lonely boy.
No.
He feels isolated from the world. He felt.
Are they suggesting that Kylo said, "Okay, I'm going to strike you down, and you're going to be with me forever"? That's such a stupid read.
That's not.
If I can't have you, no one can.
I don't think they're saying. I don't think they're saying that. I don't think they're saying that. Let's keep going. Let them hang themselves more.
Rejected by his parents. Luke is telling him. Your father hasn't gone anywhere. Your mother hasn't gone anywhere. I haven't gone anywhere. And I won't. You don't have to be alone.
No!
Doesn't help. He hates his. He hates
copyrighted music.
John Williams as the viewer.
No.
Yeah, you can just talk over the music.
This is the problem.
Blah, blah, blah.
This is the problem with that.
Don't strike. No copyright done.
The way it's set up, he absolutely hates his parents.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can get from this.
Because Kylo Ren, also nothing about Kylo Ren makes sense.
No.
Like they say, he was torn from his parents when he was a kid. Luke isn't a child kidnapping pervert like you seem to think that the Jedi are.
And he's not a stranger like most of the Jedi were in the prequels.
And based
he
on the
was
flashback,
the kid's
what
uncle.
age was
They
Kylo?
have no reason.
He's like 25, 26.
He looked like an adult in the flashback. What the hell?
Yeah, and when you think about it, this is his sister's kid. His sister and his best friend have no reason not to trust him with their child. They have no reason to mistrust him. He's their brother that they love very, very much. And it's not like Luke had one of his older students go, "Oh, hey, I'm here to pick up your kid so that he can go to the academy." No, I bet that Luke went to Leia personally and said, "I'd like to train your son." And Leia said yes. Mm-hmm. I bet that's what happened. Because I can't see Luke sending someone else when this is a family matter.
Yeah, exactly, King Kanaki.
Strike me down and my character shall become more inconsistent than you can possibly imagine. That's a good one! That's a good one! That's a good one.
Okay, point Kaneki.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a lonely boy.
No, he's not a lonely boy. He's a hateful boy.
What are those? I cannot understand what the... Oh, laughing. Rolling on the floor, laughing.
Yeah.
Bless your health. Alrighty.
Yeah,
and your
it's
brain
perfect.
cell. And your brain cell. Alrighty. Let's keep going.
Okay, yeah. So, now what do we see? What are they gonna do now? Why do they have to use this music? It's copyright.
See you
How
around,
is this
kid.
still
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
Seriously.
To an extent.
Because they're doing this on iTunes and Podbean. They're not doing it on YouTube.
It's something called Child Warnings that give to strike this down immediately.
I would think that it wouldn't matter to Disney where you are. If you use their stuff, like...
Well, the thing is, podcasts don't have, like, as many copyright restrictions as YouTube does. I think that's part of it. So, like, there isn't...
But what we do is a podcast!
Well, but we're a podcast... They're doing it on iTunes and Podbean. We're doing it on YouTube. YouTube has completely different rules than those other two platforms.
True. Okay. Ugh.
So,
can we strike? Yeah, we must strike them down where they stand.
Copyright strike us down, and we shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Yes.
Indeed. Let's keep going.
Luke doesn't have to be alone either. He went to die by himself, and Rey forced herself on him.
No!
Rey? What? Rey?
Rey. Yeah.
I now have a really horrible image of Rey trying to
Yeah.
to ride Luke Skywalker like a horse.
Oh my god. And besides, that's not how Luke would do things anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he swings toward young women.
No, he would rather have a redhead that was torn away from him by the...
By two people, Disney and Karen Travis.
No! Yes!
Welcome, Nihilist Mayhem. You got me on the right level.
Oh, too late.
I don't want this image.
You knew exactly what you were getting into in this podcast. Exactly what you stumbled on.
Sorry, you'll have to find some brain bleach on your own.
Yeah, I don't
Rey,
care.
tired from the long trip, with nothing but a droid and a hairy Wookiee to keep her company, looked upon Luke, the man she admired for so long.
So long.
His grizzly features and tired old look showed that he had much experience and wisdom in the ways of the Force. If she played her cards right, perhaps she could ignite his lightsaber.
And this slash was just still better written than The Last Jedi. We're making it up.
Nice. Snap.
Well, I imagine Mark Hamill would have had a fun time. I don't know about Daisy Ridley, though. But I imagine, like, he's in relatively good shape. He's just a little bit chubby. I mean,
Maybe a little bit.
But after only a few minutes of training...
Yeah.
Luke has been stuck on this island for far too long with nothing but the fish nuns to keep him company. Looking upon the...
Oh no, that's actually really damn.
Well, if we go down that road, Yoda train. Yeah.
Well, at least Yoda didn't have to look that far up.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, at least until Luke.
That's why I said Luke was too old.
We're terrible. I'm a terrible person. I am a terrible person.
No, it's funny. It's funny.
Well, it is probably something that if this was R-rated, Rian Johnson would totally do that to humiliate Luke.
Yeah, totally.
Matter not, size does.
Yeah, or Yoda being like, "Take her, she is ripe."
Ripe she is.
Right she is. Take her, you must.
The best teacher
there you
of
go.
premature ejaculation is.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Skywalker's making a new trench run.
Oh god.
Alrighty, let's. Okay, I think we've exhausted the sex jokes. So, well, actually, I'll make one more. I guess maybe Luke got tired of the alien, the cow manatee thing. So I'm. Yeah. Alrighty.
And he discovered that he needed that connection. She says, "You cut yourself off from the Force, from the thing that connects all living
Why would
beings."
he do that?
And
How did
finally
he do
reaches
that?
out again.
And how did he connect really easily? That's really stupid.
In the EU, there is an animal that creates a bubble a bubble where the Force does not exist, and it feels really, really weird to Force users when they're in that bubble.
That sounds slightly ripped off from the Untouchables from 40K.
It's not something that they would willingly do, except for I think it was Ben Skywalker that did it, but because he was having
The Rise of Skywalker. It was
oh. All the cringy erotic fanfiction out there. So I'm sure this stuff exists. Yeah, it does. I'm sure.
I'm not surprised anymore.
Oh gosh, that's actually really.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh god!
Chinese waifu, no.
Guys.
Yeah, let's keep going.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Sometimes I don't either, but I have to live here because I don't have any alternatives.
No, Alex Halo, don't do that.
Well, let's get. Yeah, that part is like utterly stupid. It's like quick fix the movie. Like all of these movies are quick fix the movie because they don't understand lasting consequences as in narrative structure or writing.
Yeah, stop
Humor.
Stop using your headcanon to plug the holes. That doesn't mean the holes are plugged.
Oh, they get into some really stupid head.
Oh dear.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, I just realized how that sounded.
Yeah. Considering, I imagine like Luke, in his frustration, probably like plugged a few holes in that manatee thing, or the.
All he wanted was his power converter.
Or maybe like because Force Ghosts exist, maybe just some random one said, "Hey, you're alive, you can see me, you want a bow?" And he's like, "Sure."
Except that I'm pretty sure that that's not how Force Ghosts work.
Well, that's how they work in this movie.
Don't remind me.
They get into that. Why it's great.
Qui-Gon could have prevented the Sith from happening by just appearing before Anakin and then force pushing him.
Yeah, probably.
Or force pushing Palpatine out the window.
Let's keep going. We got
basically they could have just come back to the Force Ghost and toss Palpatine out. They just straight Palpatine with his own lightning.
We got 22 more minutes left. Let's keep going.
Ganon, who's he reach out to, but to Ben, and to apologize because he wants to be part of him again.
Oh god, this is so stupid.
Sequence where he becomes one with the Force was like there are many moments when you don't know what's going to happen. I kind of wish that like it may have felt less like I still prefer The Force Awakens, but I kind of wish Rian Johnson would come back and do the last one now.
God. No. No. They already said he has his own trilogy, which nobody is going to watch because of this damn movie. I don't think he has it anymore either.
I don't know what the heck. The only for sure is that D&D got the boot hard. Like they passed it off as like it's an amicable like them leaving, but I think they were fired. Like Disney probably saw like, you have no credentials, do you? Like you literally have 0 credentials beyond this show. You're going to waste our money on crazy fripperies, like practical sets that you don't need. And Ryan like documented how much money he wasted on The Last Jedi with just filming 2 hours that never got into the movie. Like the Last Jedi was originally what was it? The original cut was like 5 hours long, and that they filmed like enough for 5 hours, and they cut it down to 2 hours, and it's just like, do you not understand that you measure twice, cut once?
You know,
and on top of that, instead of showing Luke mourning his best fucking friend, his best friend, they put in Canto Bite, which was completely and utterly pointless.
Yep.
This is not a film where I'd say I want to see the 5-hour cut.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to see the 5-hour cut.
I'm pretty sure the 5-hour cut's worse somehow.
I think that it would be. But yeah, I don't think that Ryan is going to come back because he's doing his own stuff. Like he's working with Netflix and D&D doing the 3-body problem.
All right. The 3 writers that can't write worth a damn.
The 3 Stooges of writing.
Yeah,
basically. It's all to the 3 Stooges.
Yeah, at least, well, like the best that I can say for Rian Johnson, he actually has writing credentials, but D&D do not. They are 2 failed novelists who managed to con their way onto the show by their own admission. That's how they describe it. That is how they describe it. I am not being hyperbolic. I wish I were, but they are literal con men. Like David, like the Fire Festival guy, Billy McFarlane, or the Theranos lady, Elizabeth Holmes.
There's also the fact that, what's the best thing that either of these 2 have been before Game of Thrones? One of them was a co-writer on Game of Troy, which butchered the Iliad, and the other one was the one who sewed Deadpool's mouth shut.
Oh no, both of them just did. No, it was just Benioff who did both Troy and he did both of them.
Yes man.
What the fuck did Weiss do?
Nothing. He's a shield. He's a yes man. He's the fall guy.
Guess what? Benioff book. He got recognized by someone, all right?
For Razzie.
Neil Druckmann.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh.
That makes so much sense now.
Oh my god, he was recognizing him all the way back during The Last of Us 1.
Let me see.
God.
Here. A friend of mine was doing a Twitch live stream playthrough of The Last of Us, and he actually clipped the part where he reacted to finding a newspaper who was written by Lev Benioff.
Okay, so he was a script. He has literally done nothing.
Weiss has done nothing.
Pretty much, it is just Benioff, and Benioff just said, "Hey, you're a glorified secretary. Come on in. I'll use you because it looks better when you're a writing duo as opposed to because it seems as though they're like coming to reasonable, measured decisions because they're 2 men talking about it, and they're 2 men talking about it. It can't be that stupid." and they have to have some kind of reasoning. It's like, no, Benioff is just a crazy person. Weiss is a yes man. He's a prototype of Cogman, who Cogman like actually seems to have talent. His like theories of writing are utterly skewed. Like he thinks I can like script an entire scene where the actors don't speak, but they can convey all of these subtext through a look or a glance.
Well,
it's like,
you can't do that without showing more than their faces, though, because if you
it's because Cogman is he vaguely understands scripts, but like Benioff like factually does not. Like I've seen his scripts. They do not look like scripts. They are factually not scripts. He has not learned screenwriting. He doesn't know the basics of how it works. He doesn't know how production works. He doesn't know how anything works.
Yeah.
And I'm amazed
he skipped those classes in school, and on top of that, he refuses to read the script writing books.
Oh, he didn't. He has a master's in literature. He doesn't have any film school thing. Like he never went to school for that. The only reason why he was able to do Troy was Troy or 25th Hour. Well, 25th Hour was his first thing because he sold the film rights and then he published the book. I don't know how that works. It's so weird.
I don't get it either.
I want a disaster artist style movie about this man in the style of Nightcrawler. I really want that. And or a TV show on the TV about the making of the TV show of Game of Thrones. I think that would be that would clean up the enemies.
Yeah. And that would certainly ensure that he never gets work in the film industry again.
Oh yeah. If even worse if it was a if it's factually based, it's just like hey, this is what happened exactly based. Like you can't make some of this stuff up, like wanting the 70 live horses and just just shouting back and forth with Sapochnik, who is telling you, I can't do this safely in the time that you're allotting me. I can't even film this. What are you doing? This is insane. Why are you making me do this? Are you crazy? Oh, well, he knew by that point that they were, based on the fact that they were just repeating the same mistakes they did in the season 5, where they just put something together.
Newsflash, Benioff. If an animal trainer, an experienced animal trainer, says, I need this much time to train as many horses as you want in this freaking episode, that's how much time they need.
Yeah, and they have such poor they asked him before production started. They said that he asked them, how much time do I have? They asked him, how much time do you think you need? And he's like, I need 25 days. You have 12. And it's just why would you bother asking me that? And then when they gave him the final script, they didn't cut out the things he asked them to cut out. They gave him more stuff. And he said, are you kidding me? This is going to take 42 days, but we should leave that for another day. It's just, he's such an, like some people say it's hyperbolic to call him incompetent. It's no.
No, it's not hyperbolic to call them incompetent. It's correct.
Sounds like an understatement, actually.
Yeah.
It's these people are these are not this man's not a functional adult. He's a bratty 13-year-old in an adult's body who we'll go into Benioff another time, but now let's go into the train wreck of Brian. Since
13-year-olds are more mature than Benioff is.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
That's 13-year-olds right there.
Yeah, let's keep going. Come on. Load. Why will you not load?
Did you somehow turn the sound off?
No. It's just frozen.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Try unsharing your screen and then sharing again.
Have you tried an act of true love?
You need to kiss School Mouse on the lips.
No, don't do that. He'd get sick.
Yeah, I get an STD.
Have you
tried your computer already doesn't have 25 different STDs.
It's the computer plugged in.
Okay, now after you plug it back in, I want you to use very simple instruction. Turn it back on.
Actually, I got a little bit of a tangent while he's trying to fix that. I have actually walked in. My day job is I fill vending machines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have walked into a location where they came up to me immediately as I walked through the door and go, "Hey, your machine's not working." I look at the machine and go, "Yeah, somebody unplugged it so they can plug their phone charger in."
The doors come down and it's Leia, and it's like the doors come down.
Apologize because he wants to be part of him again.
No.
Okay.
Oh, good God.
We covered this already, I think.
Yeah, I think we covered this already.
Yeah, let's just let him go.
I'm not gonna comment on the want to become one with them again thing. I'm just gonna ignore
That sounds just so stupid because it sounds like they want to have him with him.
And
Oh my God.
sequence where he becomes one with the Force was like there are many moments when you don't know what's going to happen, and I kind of wish that like it may have felt less. Like, I still prefer The Force Awakens, but I kind of wish Rian Johnson would come back and do the last one now, because I like that feeling of I have no idea where this is going. When Leia was sucked into space, when Leia, then like the doors come down and it's Leia, and it's like, oh, as Poe Dameron's hold himself up in the cockpit, he's gone mad, and then Leia goes and caps him with stun bolt. Specific, nice
You don't
reference
cap
to the
somebody with a stun bolt.
Never
That's
seen
not
any.
what that means.
I don't think you understand what cap means.
Also, that feeling of not knowing what's going to happen doesn't come from good writing. That
comes from very bad writing.
Yeah, these for whatever reason, these people hate Game of Thrones, but not for the right reasons. They pieced out at season 4, at the end of season 4.
Yeah, Leia should have died in the explosion.
Yeah,
and if she didn't die in the explosion, she should have died when she was exposed to space.
I was ask yourself in this exact argument with somebody over in our server, and it's like Leia should have died right here and then. It's like, well, the Force Bolt, like, no, she would have died. She's dead. Period.
I've done research on how long it takes for someone to die when exposed to vacuum. It takes 15 seconds. It doesn't take minutes. It takes seconds.
You feel as if you're both being put on fire and at the same time being put in immense cold.
And all of the moisture in your body will boil away because there's no atmosphere.
No pressure.
Have fun sleeping tonight, kids. Bye.
It's basically you are being cooked alive and having liquid nitrogen blasted at us at the other half that's not next to the sun.
Pure, unfiltered solar radiation. Vacuum. Not a fun time.
No, not a fun time at all.
The other time in between. But when Luke's looking at the sunset, I'm like, is this renewed hope? Or is this the end of his life?
No, it's not. It's not renewed hope. It's
And I love watching films like that where they are like, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, and they're not flagging absolutely everything. And
you have to ask yourself why
That's
it is.
called bad writing, you idiot.
Well, it's not necessarily bad if you don't know what's going to happen. You have to ask yourself why it is that it's so unpredictable. Is it unpredictable because it's spontaneous, or is it unpredictable because there are certain aspects that are best kept secretive, like you're watching a mystery or something?
But Star Wars is not a mystery.
Or if it's randomly incoherent.
There could be mysterious elements, even in Star Wars. You could have mysterious elements. Like, for example, we didn't know that Luke's father was Darth Vader until that point in time. So you can have mysterious elements in any genre. They just need to be done properly.
Yeah, and I think that the problem here is, like, you don't know what's going to happen with The Last Jedi because The Last Jedi is incoherent and it's a mess.
Yeah, you want something like that done correctly? All you have to do is look at Empire, because that's that done properly.
But Neph, you know, Empire was hated when he came out too.
No, Empire was almost universally loved.
Empire made George Lucas. Empire built George Lucas's career, and then Jedi basically made him one of the richest men on the planet.
Yeah.
TLJ is
The
Empire Strikes Back.
destruction of all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, like Empire still to this day is. I think that Revenge of the Sith is actually my favorite Star Wars movie, mostly because of Order 66. But then, like, I really like Empire, then Jedi. I don't like New Hope.
Oh my god, I think Doug actually caught STD from this.
I think
He's coughing. He has COVID.
Take him away. Send him to Ohio's federal concentration camps.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I actually I kind of just don't like New Hope because there's not really much in there for me, just that is interesting.
Why do you hate everything I love?
I don't hate it. I just don't rate it very highly.
I don't hate it.
And yet you still rate it higher than these 3 films.
Oh yes,
for good reason.
Because New Hope actually has a solid structure.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Everything is well set up and paid off, no matter what Just Right says in regards to the ending. It's like just right. Both sides make some sense, but the ticking clock makes logical sense because yes, they're leading them the Death Star to the rebels. However, they don't have any other option.
Just right. More like just wrong. Yeah, high five.
We'll have to cover exactly how much of a hypocrite Just Right is at some point by watching a couple of his videos in shorter videos in one stream, like specifically his Last Jedi and characters and his Wonder Woman video. Because in his Wonder Woman thing, he basically just bashes Marvel for bathos, which is like, you freaking hypocrite. You love The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is nothing but bathos.
What's bathos?
You mean pathos?
No, bathos.
Bathos.
Basically, it's taking of a dramatic moment and undercutting it with a joke, usually a crass joke. Joke.
Yeah, that's like Infinity War Endgame in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And Willie Rihanna Avengers.
Yeah. Thankfully, there are moments that Marvel does let sit, and like the death of the Ancient One, the Thanos' snap, some of the death of Gamora. They do let the dramatic moments sit. These movies don't. These movies.
Quirky. That's basically what bathos is, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah.
Because it's the unintentional lapse in mood from the sublime to the trivial or ridiculous.
Quirky is to bathos what drug abuse is to prescription medicine.
True. Well, let's keep going. We got 21 minutes. We gotta get a move on.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh god, we've already been at this for an hour.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
Well, all bathos is quirky, but not all medicine is abused.
Okay, come on.
It's very rare that I wish I could wipe a movie out so that I could see it again fresh.
Oh, something we agree on.
There's another one of those. I wish I didn't go again so I could watch this.
Most films, I like seeing them over and over again so that I can take them to pieces and see things that I missed the first time round. But this, I did come out of it thinking, I want to go back. I want to go back and see it all again
And
for
yet,
the first time.
when you see it the second time, and I'm going to guess subsequent times, because The Force Awakens gets better every time I watch it.
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
Wow.
Then you're becoming more of a failure.
I mean,
How have you not picked apart The Last Jedi? The Last Jedi is filled with structural problems. Every single emotional moment is broken and is not in any way, shape, or form meaningful.
Is someone from Lucasfilm holding you hostage? Blink once for yes, twice for no. Oh, this is a podcast. We're screwed.
These people vehemently defend it, even in private. Like this. I messaged this guy about it, and he's like,
"They sound like hostages."
Film. Yeah, I think they're just shills. They are just mindless consumers. They don't like Joker, but they like Aquaman and Shazam.
I didn't like Joker either, but I had structural complaints with the thing.
I mean, Aquaman and Shazam are okay. Joker was great.
Yeah, I would agree. Because
I heard good things about Joker. I just never went to watch it because that's not my kind of movie.
Yeah,
I don't like. Well, theaters aren't really open. I don't really care to see the movie anymore.
Well, that's because you're innocent, Neph. We're fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I actually saw that movie with a friend, and she, I think, the moment near the end with the gun, she nearly climbed out of her seat in just shock, and just nearly went right backward into the row behind us.
I actually have the film downloaded on my computer. The reason why I can't watch it is because it's very crunchy.
Oh, well, let's keep going.
I'm going to guess that since this was better the second time I watched it, it's going to get better as we settle into the shape of it. I have a big shelf collection of Blu-rays of films that I love to revisit, and
guy's a nut job.
Yeah, he is. But what happened?
Oh, I think it just froze or something.
Well, remind me to torch this guy's bookshelf.
He has movies he likes to revisit, like Age of Ultron and X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Comfort, even if they're sometimes disturbing films. Like Pan's Labyrinth is unsettling to watch, but it's comforting in a beguiling way. There is worth.
Pan's Labyrinth.
What?
Guillermo del Toro is his favorite filmmaker. Which,
okay, I'm not familiar with that movie. You're gonna have to give me a brief.
Basically, it's a fantasy horror film set during the Spanish Revolution, where this little girl is being raised by this her mother and her abusive stepfather, and her mother is pregnant, and she dies giving birth to her little brother. And while this is happening, she meets a fawn, or that's why it's called Pan's Labyrinth, and she goes on a series of quests to try and get back to her the fantasy realm where she's apparently a princess, though there's possibilities that it could be just happening in her brain, because there's a lot of strange things happening in the film that are very allegorical, but the story itself is solid enough to support the allegory as you look into it.
So it's kind of like Oz, where it's probably just a dream.
Class conflict?
Kind of. In a way, yes. Or, well, we'd have to watch it. I believe it's on Netflix, or other sites that fly. What is it? Yeah. But let's keep going.
Because it sounds like it has something to do with the Fae.
Yes, it does. It's she has some really, it has some really fairy tale imagery. Like there's fairies, but there's also a really freaking creepy monster called the Pale Man.
Oh, is that the one with the eyes on his hands?
Yes, that's the one with the eyes on his hands.
Well, and now I think I know where the
and he finds this movie comforting.
Comforting? How the hell could you find a horror
My
movie
God,
company?
fuck that! I just looked up.
Yeah.
the
I mean, I
Pale
found
Man.
Silence of the Lambs.
Fuck that.
They got the guy who designed that, by the way, was supposed to design the monsters in PT. That Silent Hill game that
Explains a
got
lot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
let me show you the Pale Man for reference. Mr.
No.
No. That
man,
image
fuck
is burned in my
that.
head. I don't need to see a picture of it.
I've never seen
He
it.
looks like the uncle that molested Slender Man.
I am not looking.
It looks like Corpuscle from Extreme Ghostbusters. God, man, that's a reference.
And I also forgot what I was about to say.
Nerd.
Huh. Actually, not that horrifying. He looks messed up.
Oh my god.
It just looks cool. Or at least I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this guy has to jump through so many hoops just to say he doesn't like a movie because it's fun.
Yeah. Well, it's like, yeah.
Holy!
Yes, nips.
Oh god! What the?
Yeesh.
Yeah, that's really, really creepy.
Yeah, that in your hallway. That in your hallway. Imagine that in your hallway at 4 a.m.
Stop.
No.
I will
Stop it, Yokai.
Okay, I will unironically choke you with my own claws.
He's gonna get you.
Stop.
Yeah.
Give me a tickle.
The pale man's creepy. Guillermo del Toro, like, yeah.
Just toss him a porcupine, tell him to catch.
Yeah. There's also like the fawn from Pan's Labyrinth. Let me see if I can get a picture of him. Probably can. He's fairly iconic. Pan's Labyrinth. The fawn. And apparently, the fawn. So that's kind of what the fawn looks like.
Looks like the Beastman child. It looks like the bastard child of Beastman.
No, that's exactly what a fawn is supposed to look like. That is an actual fawn.
Yeah. Guillermo del Toro is a really big fan of like fairy tale stuff. He's a big fan.
That makes a lot of sense.
But like the Pale Man is.
John, would you recommend Pan's Labyrinth?
What? I have not seen it.
Okay.
I haven't seen it. I just know. I know exactly what happens, and a few people have said it's one of their favorite movies, and it's just like, I mean, even like Alex Shaw says it's one of his favorite movies. Confused Matthew says it's one of his favorite movies, and like based on their like analysis, which seems like they're not like twisting the facts.
It seems like a very bizarre, mature Alice in Wonderland or Never-Ending Story kind of thing.
Oh, you mean like the Madness horror? Oh, like you mean the
American
Madness
Disease?
Alice video games?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, we can kind of just listen to this and just let it play over us. Thankfully, for the most part, for the next little bit.
To films that
Yeah, kind of like the Madness Alice games. Just
That's why I just sit.
Wonder
Yeah.
Woman every time. Deadpool gets better every time. Other movies which don't have comic book related things get better.
Because you're a comic book shill.
Did he say Deadpool?
Yeah,
Deadpool is already powerful.
And already a comic book, so...
Well, he's saying that the film Deadpool gets better every time, along with Guardians 2 and Wonder Woman. Every time he watches it, they get better. It's like...
That's because they're quote-unquote good movies.
Wonder Woman's okay. I don't...
Well, they're better written than The Last Jedi is, which is what I was getting at.
Yeah,
they're actually well written.
Yeah,
The Last Jedi is a fucking mess.
Yeah, and yet these people count it like up there with like some of their favorite movies. Like they think it's like as good as Empire, and Force Awakens is up there as well. Which is like, what?
Get the flamer. The heavy
flamer.
Alrighty, let's keep going. Let's just let it play. They aren't making anything.
Oh, yeah. This is a film that wrong foots you when you first see it. But in 20 years, it feels like kids will be going, oh, well, yeah, obviously Last Jedi, best of the lot. Because they'll have the broader
No, in 20 years, people are still going to be talking about Empire, not Last Jedi. They're going to go, what the hell is Last Jedi? Oh, it's that really, really horrible film that came out
I think he meant to say
40
Return
years
of the Jedi.
later.
Well, and also kind of the thing is, The Last Jedi is being talked about in schools by an actual movie producer. Someone in the industry is saying, no, this is how you don't write a movie. Somebody in the industry, not just like that's not
they're not going. That's exactly why they are not going to be saying, oh, this is the best movie of the lot. They're going to be saying, oh, you mean the worst movie to ever come out of the Star Wars franchise? Yeah, the one that killed it.
People have fonder memories of the prequel trilogy than they will ever have of the sequels.
Yes.
I don't think that The Last Jedi is the worst. I think The Rise of Skywalker is worse because it's more actively broken.
Well, that's true, but they're going to remember Last Jedi as the one that killed it because that's what's being taught in schools, how not to do things.
Also, there's going to be the problem of they are always going to look back at this and say, there was no frickin' plan for this. This just is a random mess created by two idiots with a round head, the other with a beak nose. Fighting
Everyone knows the way you write a trilogy is you plan it out first. You have to outline what you want, even if you don't write it.
At least George had a plan.
Yeah, George had a plan.
Eventually.
Yep. Let's keep going. Should take a minute.
In 20 years, the sequels will be ignored by kids, and they'll focus on the good quality works of Star Wars.
I like the Force
assuming
Awakens,
the sequel trilogy isn't
most of all.
canonized.
They're too proud for a piece of shit. They won't be canonized.
It's interesting you didn't say Empire. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's like, what do you mean? I'm not saying I'm wrong. It's my favorite. What are you talking about? I secretly prefer Empire, but I'm not telling myself that. But Empire is a fantastically well-made movie. It is really tight. It is the best that Star Wars could be back then. That is apparent. And it feels like
best
Star
it
Wars
could
is
be
still
back
feeling
then?
out the best that Star Wars can be right now.
Oh, fuck
And
you.
I feel like it's going to get better.
Fuck you! Fuck you! You have no idea what you're talking about. You
Well, that
fucking
didn't age
shill.
well.
Yeah,
No,
that
it
didn't.
didn't.
Like, even they think that Rise of Skywalker is just okay.
Hashtag Solo lost money.
Yes.
Because of
And
Last Jedi.
Rise of Skywalker technically lost money.
Oh yeah, it made it big,
that's
but that's not discounting the fact all the cost that was made into this. They
Yeah, you have to look at the budget and then take that budget again for the marketing cost.
And then the reshoots.
They made back their purchase from George, but they certain as shit did not make back their purchases on these making of these films. It will take them years to pay off, for these films to actually pay off.
Yeah, unless it kills them.
Let's keep going. We got 18 minutes left.
Yay, we're almost there.
Almost. And we really
Well,
only
we don't
have
exactly
8
know what's
minutes
going on
left
with
because
Luke
the
when,
outro.
just before he becomes one with the Force. I walked out of that. That was the scene that made me cry because it references my favorite scene in Star Wars, which is
Binary
the first one with the twin sunsets, where he's looking.
It made everyone else cry too, but not for the reason you state.
I didn't cry. I just looked at the sun and just went, that was disappointing.
Well, I didn't think this movie was bad. Like, I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then I listened to this, and I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty good. And then the controversy kept going for for several months, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to look into this, see if there's some actual flaws. And then I watched first Dishonored Wolf's one. I was like,
that was actually my first Dishonored Wolf video.
Yeah, same with me. And then I think it was first Anomaly Inc.'s review of Chris Stuckman. And then I found Mahler through him. And then I found Dishonored Wolf. And when I watched the critique of The Last Jedi, I was like, I can no longer defend this movie and be intellectually honest from now on.
Well, what I did is I found World Class Bullshitters first with, I think, their
Force Awakens review?
Yeah, with their Force Awakens review.
Oh, they hated it. Yeah, I found
Yeah,
that.
they hated that, and I completely agree with them because I absolutely hate Force Awakens. And I hated it the first time I watched it when I walked out of the film. The theater.
You actually
Sorry.
Okay, Neph, you actually beat Cool Man on that. you hate the film.
I hated the film the moment
Oh my gosh.
I walked out of the theater. I'm with Jeff. Jeff walked out of the theater going, "What the hell was that?" And that was my exact reaction too. And then I decided, okay, I trust these guys with movie reviews. I'm gonna wait for them to review The Last Jedi before I go watch it. And then their review came out, and I'm like, no, I'm not watching this movie.
You all are gonna laugh. So this guy named Kronos371 has been working through our streams and has been leaving a comment on each one, and he just barely got to Let's Read/Suffer Through Framing Monsters Part 1.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh boy!
He said, "I'm going to masturbate," which is more productive.
I wish I thought of that. Oh wait, I did.
Yeah,
let's.
Also, it's like I was never invested in the single trilogy. In fact, to this day, The Force Awakens, Rise of Skywalker, and The Return of the Jedi are the only Star Wars films of the main saga that I have not seen.
Wait, Return of the Jedi? Are you sure you don't mean Last Jedi?
No, I did watch The Last Jedi.
Ugh.
But I did not watch Return of the Jedi.
Why not?
I'm almost ashamed to admit this, but my brother lost a copy to it.
You can find it online.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I found my love for Star Wars lacking nowadays.
Yeah, I can't even watch my favorite one anymore because of these damn movies. Ugh.
Yeah. Yep. Let's finish this turkey.
Greatness and things out there. He sees a life out there, and now we get to watch him at the end of his life looking at the same thing with different eyes. And I like to think that he saw hope in the horizon the way he did as a child.
No, he was looking. That first scene. That was actually a look of despair because he was never going to get off the planet.
Yeah, longing for the stars and how his drudgery would continue forever because it just did continue when it wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
Also, to clarify, I did not see it in theaters. In fact, I saw it like months after it's like mid 2018 on Netflix, and I was already aware of the crap pile it was.
So you didn't.
Yeah, The Last Jedi puts my dad to sleep whenever he tries to watch it.
I
That's how bad it is.
It's like it was a big contrast too because that was actually the day I watched The Last Jedi. It was actually the first day I actually first watched Rogue One. And I was like, that was good. And then I saw The Last Jedi. I was like, that was bad.
No, Rogue One was not good. Rogue One was boring.
Yeah, Rogue One is kind of empty.
Yeah.
Very little characteristic.
All of the Disney movies are empty.
Yep. Let's keep going. Let's finish this. Let's keep going. He's not saying too
saw
stupid
hope
things.
in the horizon that way.
I think he saw the next adventure.
Yeah,
that's what I like to think.
And
that's a good way too. But when the Force
Oh.
theme swells as he's doing this again, it made me cry, and I loved it.
And that shot is twinned with the fact that the boy with the broom, the as yet unknown boy, who ultimately doesn't even
still
that boy. He is representative of so much. Same as Phasma is representative of everything.
Boy is representative.
What? What? Oh my god, what?
I think I missed something.
Let me roll that back.
I'm making another beam right quick. Just give me a couple seconds.
Okay.
Because with how frequent you're saying no, I just had to make
become
this.
the one with the Force. I walked out of that. That was the scene that made me cry because it references my favorite scene in Star Wars, which is
Binary
the first one with the twin sunsets, where he's looking out into the horizon, and he sees adventure and greatness and things out there. He sees a life out there, and now we get to watch him at the end of his life looking at the same thing with different eyes. And I like to think that he saw hope in the horizon the way he did as a child. Boy. I like to think that he saw hope in the horizon that way.
I think he saw the next adventure.
Yeah,
that's what I like to think.
That's a good way too. But
the next adventure.
As he's doing
the next adventure. Death.
Yet another Harry Potter reference. Ugh.
That was Harry Potter reference?
Yes.
Actually, no, that's a Peter Pan reference.
The next great adventure too. That's in actually yes in
I think isn't it? Okay, it's in Harry Potter, but it's also like to die would be an awfully big adventure is the most famous quote from.
Yeah.
To die.
I got the memes.
Would be an awfully big adventure. Yeah.
Death is but the next great adventure. That was Dumbledore's.
Yeah.
There's 5 people in this podcast, not just a guy and a girl. That's because there are only the 2 of them really talk.
It's 6 people actually, since it's the guy, the host and his wife, who's his co-host, Brendan Agnew, and Caro and Debbie Morse, who are married, and then Neil Taylor.
I've gone over this so many times. You cannot have this many guests and stars and hosts on a audio podcast. It caps out at about 3 to 4. 4 if you are lucky enough to have incredibly different voices. We are able to do it because we have little avatars that light up when we're talking. All of us sound different enough so you can distinguish who we are without having to look at us. You can't do it this way. You can't do it on a podcast with this many people. What is wrong with you?
Especially when they're all from the same area. All of us, we come from different parts of the country, so we sound distinctly different.
Yep. Let's finish. Let's keep going.
It made me cry, and I loved it.
And that shot is twinned with the fact that the boy with the broom, the as yet unknown boy, who ultimately doesn't even have to go back to that boy. He is representative of so much. Same as Phasma is representative of everything Finn could be. There's symbolism going on there. There's themes going on.
These people ruin themes for people who actually try. I hate their guts.
Can you imagine someone like this, like sitting down and reading something like The Blade itself or the Gulag Archipelago? I feel like they would just have a stroke.
Oh yeah, because Logan Ninefingers is like I guess like they might see him as like an example of like, oh, he's an okay version of masculinity, not Sandan Glocta. It would be like, oh,
this is just everyone get your checkboards out and check the themes.
By the way, speaking of which, before I forget, right now on Audible, if any of you use that, Last Argument of Kings, there's an 8-day sale for $5. So don't waste a credit on it because credits cost like $16.
Oh wow!
So if you want to grab Last Argument of Kings, you should buy it now.
But you need to buy the other two first because otherwise
No, you don't. Well,
Yes,
I mean, you can. Well, I just because I'm buying it doesn't mean I'm going to run over and listen to it. I'm just getting it now because I know I'm going to listen to it later.
Yeah, true. I think that's
I'm still getting ready to start the Blade itself. Right now, I'm listening to 12 Rules for Life and the Blade itself.
Yeah, because the Blade itself, I love the Blade itself. The Blade itself is such a good character piece. But
at this moment, this stream has actually been the most active for me on the meme side.
Alrighty, well let's keep going.
Themes. You could see the themes. But it's now starlight for the boy. The sunset is down, but the sky is full of light, and the Millennium Falcon streaks across it, and he's wishing upon a shooting
The
star.
Millennium Falcon is not streaking across
wonderful.
the sky.
But it suggests that when you're looking out into that sky,
Are you playing your Nintendo, son? No, Mom, it's an Xbox.
Yeah, let's keep going. We can power
find something. There's other people out there trying to do the exact same. And there's a connection between all of us, and there you have your force. Yeah.
And I think for the whether this was deliberate or not, I don't know, but this was the way it came across to me. The fact that it is a little blonde boy almost seemed to be.
Wait! You can actually see that he was blonde? No, that kid was not blonde. That kid was a black little kid. That was not a fair-skinned kid.
Broom Boy. She's talking about Broom Boy.
I've seen that clip with Broom Boy. That kid is not blonde.
I think he is.
Yeah, Drake. I think you asked for us when you said streaking.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's keep going.
It was a girl this time doesn't mean it can't be somebody that you can connect with next time. That's how this works. There are new.
No, that's not how it works. You should be able to connect with the characters no matter who or what they are. You need to be able to connect with them. Just because I could connect with Luke, I could connect with Leia, I could connect with Han, I could connect with Vader even, and I could connect with...
Percentage-wise, most of the characters in my books are female. Like, I have... Okay, let me see. I have the Dark Queen. I'm not revealing her name because that's a plot point. I have Kaya Ashbringer. I have Boromir Stormbringer in Queen of the Ashes and Queen of Spring. I have Megara Godsbane. I have Marielle Dragonsbane in book 2.
You have Vagar.
I have Vagar, yes. I have Rayla Soravra from the Dark Champion series. I have and Kotara Abors, Malia Pendrag, and Fortuana Athem. In all of those are in the Dark Champion cycle, or the Dark Champion trilogy. I also have. That's all the ones I can come up with off the top of my head. They're the most significant, that I'm the most proud of. But yeah,
what are we quoting our female characters for?
Oh, what?
What are we quoting the female characters for?
As what Burf stated, is it because you like the pubes?
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Yeah. Yes, there is that element of yeah.
Yeah.
You called your out, Don. You can't go back
I don't
now.
care. Yeah, I don't care. I have no shame. I left shame behind a long.
Better to look at.
Yeah, you get to look at women who are attractive.
I mean, that's why
you get to look at women in a book.
You get to read about attractive women in the book.
Yeah. Yeah. And it helps that I have a Pinterest board of what every character looks like, so that helps.
Yeah.
But you can still see women.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if there's an inverse where it's you get to see men. See men.
People like looking at attractive people. Is that so wrong?
And they like reading about attractive people, unless.
Yeah.
I think George R. R. Martin is kind of an exception where, like, a lot of his characters are not very attractive. Like Tyrion Lannister doesn't look like Peter Dinklage in the book. You also have Brienne of Tarth doesn't look like Gwendolyn Christie. Like, Brienne of Tarth is actually legit ugly. But Gwendolyn Christie, because, like, A, she's a good actress, but B, she's 6'3". It was the only person able to play Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah.
Can't have everything.
Let's keep going.
Numerous heroes that anybody can be a hero. It doesn't have to be somebody that
Hero
look
Emiya
like
wants to be a hero.
Yeah. It's in fact, one thing I also liked about something that Neil said already was, you know, when Luke is making himself into a legend, yeah, he's doing it for the First Order, for the Rebellion, and for
Is
the
it
kids
Luke?
who told that exact story.
They say Luke.
Yep.
That Luke became a hero for the First Order? What the flying fuck?
Became a legend.
No,
He's an official
Luke was
Nazi now.
A legend to a
It's
legend.
just a stupid button.
No, according to The Force Awakens, Luke was already a legend somehow. But that's not how legends work.
Yeah, we've covered this quite a bit. I think that we can just kind of keep going. Because we have 16 minutes left. The second they start pimping, we will.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the best Jedi righted by fans, and then we'll do the memes as a palate cleanser before we close out. Everybody good with that?
Yes.
Yeah. Mark.
I loved that.
Especially
Yeah. I loved watching kids in a Star Wars movie playing with Star Wars toys.
Yep. And I love the way it feels like it's okay.
Oh my God,
it feels similarly to the end of Mass Effect 3, where it's tell me another story about the Skywalker.
Bingo. That's what. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Yes.
Oh, comparisons to Mass Effect 3. That's a high praise.
No, it's not.
They think that the ending of Mass Effect 3 was perfect, and they hate the fact that they actually think it was a bad sign that Mass Effect reworked the ending for the audience. Just because it was a small percentage of the audience as they saw it that wanted to because they thought they basically said that like they thought it was a bad thing that the audience treated art like a product.
Well,
art is a
the
product.
people who literally just said that they like to see the rich people get taken down a peg, and yet they also love the fact that the kids are playing with merchandise at the end of the movie.
Yeah, you don't put your own merchandise in the movie. You don't do that. That's
unless you're a deliberate parody like Spaceballs.
Yeah, it's
Spaceballs.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Just wait. They'll go. They're gonna go. We're gonna cover. I think next, we're not gonna cover their Star Wars thing. Of them, I want to cover their. We need to talk about fandom thing.
Okay.
Why do you hate us, Don?
I don't hate you. I just am a sadist.
Yes, you hate us.
No, I like you, but I like seeing you suffer because I've had to
so you're a
suffer
sadist like us.
Yeah, well, I've had to suffer through this as well. So I want to see your guys' reaction to these people's idiocy and their straw manning and their false equivalence and their terrible argumentation and their factually inaccurate statements and their weird hyperbolic and their weird hyperbole of strange things like the influence of CinemaSins, as well as like toxic fandom, which I don't believe toxic fandom exists. I believe that toxic fans exist because that's indisputable. The toxic fandom as a whole, no.
As a whole, fans are passionate, not toxic.
Yeah, thank you, Henry Cavill.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Cavill. Thank you so very, very much for seeing what we actually are, as opposed to what the media wants us to be.
He's a geek like us. He plays The Witcher and World of Warcraft, and he reads fantasy books. He loves The Wheel of Time and Stormlight Archive. Which I'm just like, dude,
isn't he Superman?
Yeah, and he's Superman. And like,
that has to be like the dream of a lot of nerds to be one of their favorite comic book characters.
Yeah, like if I were a girl, like I would be like, I would marry you. Please marry me.
All right, calm down, Anna.
Yes.
Yeah, like, and also like I would be like even if I think if I were gay, I would be like, I want that man. I'm in love with this man.
Well, he's one of my favorite people at the moment for the very reason that he said that. He described us as what we are, not what we aren't.
Yeah.
Not what everyone else wants us to be.
Yeah.
He didn't lie. What a high standard.
Yeah.
That's...
Let's keep going to
It's such a man exist.
Yeah,
like...
let's shift gears from talking about a lovely human being who would be excellent to just hang out with to a set of unpleasant cretins. And
yeah.
All right.
Until just thank you. That's why we have you on the show.
Myth making, and you don't get to see myth making expressed so purely and so intuitively a lot. And just even if the rest of the movie were kind of forgettable, just that last scene would make it worthwhile for seeing that done so well.
No, it doesn't.
Myth making expressed. Please qualify.
If I performed a magic show that almost all the tricks except for the very last one was forgettable, you will never come see my show again. You want to end on a high note. You don't want that to be your only note.
Yeah. You want the last battle of your war book to be as epic as possible. But that doesn't mean that every single other battle in your book is going to be boring.
You know, I agree with your logic, Niles. Seeing other people suffer for one's entertainment is actually making life worth living.
Yeah. let's keep it. Yeah, I think it's basically just like, no, the movie, like that shot would not have redeemed crap. Like,
no,
does not redeem crap. As is, it wouldn't elevate it no matter how good the movie was. It is a neutral non-element. It's
that our collective suffering is what gets done money.
No, that doesn't get him money yet. It's going to get him money after he gets monetized, but he still has to get 900 other subscribers first, plus 4,000 hours.
Which shouldn't be too hard, considering we've got 52.
And all of them are at least 2 hours long.
Well, 1 hour. Like
all of them. Yeah, all of them are at least an hour.
Yeah. So we've got let's keep going. We can power through this.
Yeah.
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 What do we all think of the return of Puppet Yoda?
Yes. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Clap seals.
Yoda.
Although it did look slightly as though he had swelled.
Yeah, he had a weird
No, he didn't look right.
Again, the second time you kind of get used to the fact that it's not the exact original puppet, but it's
there is a problem with the puppet. I do actually want to talk about the puppet because the puppet is important.
The puppet.
Yeah, something happened to that puppet because I've seen the
director and the Jedi, where they have the original mold. Why does it not look like the original Puppet
No.
Yoda?
It's even weirder than that. It's even weirder than that. Dunn, were you on the stream with Literature Devils, Shiny, Zofrat, Smud, Voice? I don't remember if you were there.
I was not able to come. I was on this stream.
All right. They covered that documentary, the director into Jedi.
I have watched it though.
Yeah, they show the puppet before it gets out on set, and it looks fine. And then something happened to it. Like, it got weird. Like, whatever material it was made out of started to rot or something. It's so weird.
It looked misshapen.
Yeah, like they didn't do it properly.
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Version of
Why would they
Yoda.
need a puppet anyhow?
Maybe it's Yoda who's slightly younger. I don't know.
No,
Why is it always got to be younger with you people?
It's like I'm not asking. It's like with all the CGI they have, why exactly should Yoda be the puppet?
Because they want to cater to
because that's what Ryan wanted. Ryan wanted as much as possible to be what was
practical.
it? Practical effects rather than other effects. But if there is one place where I would have rather they'd done
CG
other than that stupid fucking cow thing, it would have been Yoda, because they still have the digital models for Yoda too, I'm pretty sure.
And despite the fact that the digital model of Yoda came out like 15 years before this movie, it still looks better than
it
Puppet
looks
Yoda.
much better than the puppet in The Last Jedi does.
You know what it is? I figured out what it is, why the puppet started to deteriorate on them.
It melted?
Salt water. The salt water of the island. Oh my god.
Yeah.
They didn't even make it out of a material. Because they made the puppet in a studio. They made it in wherever you puppet place you make it. I'm blanking on names.
Yeah.
And it looks fine. It looks okay.
Ranch.
Yeah. And then they ship it out to the set, which is on an island.
In Northern Ireland?
Skellig Michael. Yeah. Skellig Michael.
And it started like swelling, like it swelled, and it's because it started absorbing all the salt water. That's what it. No, they made it out of some cheap plaster or something.
Cheap. They knew where the puppet was going. They should have made it out of water repellent material, but they didn't.
Well, let's keep going.
Like seriously, the original Puppet Yoda looks far better.
A fundamental difference between the Yoda in the prequels and Yoda on.
Why is it frozen? Come on.
Quick, Crow, send a message.
I
remember seeing that. I was like, "What the fuck happened to Yoda?"
Fly, you fool!
I've tried. It pulls me back no matter what I do.
This felt like the one that we had last seen saying goodbye to Luke, and like that everything in between there, including even his appearances in Clone Wars, which were much better than the prequels, and even though there wasn't Frank Oz, and a brief appearance in.
This is something that a lot of people have an issue with. A lot of people, they use the Clone Wars to further put down the prequels when it has a lot of scenes that they would have hated. Because they hated it was in the prequels.
Such as
the political scenes. There are entire episodes dedicated to nothing but politics, and they complain about less the collective than a total of 5 minutes. It's in the entire prequel trilogy.
I think that one of the things about George Lucas wrote politics in the prequels as opposed to how the politics in the Clone Wars. There are a number of differences that make the Clone Wars politics a little bit more palatable. Part of it is more active. They're more active protagonists within a political thriller plot, as opposed to kind of a moment where the film kind of stops, talks about politics, then moves on. I think that that's why people find the politics in the Clone Wars a little bit more palatable, kind of like how they liked the politics in Game of Thrones when the politics in Game of Thrones made sense. Do you think that's a fair assessment, or am I off base?
I mean, it's a fair.
No, I think it's a fair assessment, even though I never minded any of the politics that were in the prequel movie.
No, I mean that's a fair assessment actually. Yeah, I was about to say that. It does make I get that it's because it's a bit more, it's more active,
and plus they have more time with the Clone Wars. Yeah, they have more time for it.
The Wolf Talk, you had something to say?
Yeah. But it's like those, but they like to drag out, and like it seems like the politics take up a larger chunk than they should. But it's like they're plot important, and well, nobody ever. And I get that. Well, I'm not going to use the argument of nobody ever said politics had to be exciting, because it can, because politics can and it should be exciting at times. You can even have it. You don't even need to have a lot of music playing, because you just need to have the characters talking, but you can show how their motivations. It just words getting jolted in my mouth, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I think that I actually think that the prequel politics, a lot of people kind of overestimate how much of a problem they are. They are not really that much of a problem.
They over exaggerate the issue.
Yeah, it is not. It is not a flaw. It technically needs to be there.
If the politics were important, Lucas would have cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing with that is the politics were important, but you also only have so much time to do everything in when you're working with movies. You have infinitely more time with a TV series.
Yeah.
So while the politics in the movies was kind of boring because we were lacking all the context we actually needed for that, because a lot of stuff had to get cut because he only had 2 hours to tell the story.
And I think that
I think a fair issue we could come to a conclusion with the Phantom Menace is that it was under edited. And then what suffered the rest of prequels was that it was over-edited. He cut out a lot of scenes that were really good and would have helped, because previous complaints got to him. But Padme's parents. If you don't watch the deleted scenes, you only see them at the very end of the trilogy at their funeral, and you're like, "Who the hell are these two people?" And that's because he cut out the scene in Attack of the Clones where we meet their parents.
I think I think that part of it is kind of just they're trying to have a bit of it kind of seems as though there's kind of a calm in the Senate where that kind of, and it just seems ever so slightly stilted. It doesn't quite flow naturally, and that might be another reason, because George Lucas is trying to use a style of acting that most of the actors in the stage are not accustomed to using.
I do remember that the actor for Valora was pretty mad because he did actually get to talk to Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I think it is kind of just inherently more difficult for an actor to play off of a green screen as opposed to a person who's right next to them. It's one of the reasons why the people who were Steven Spielberg built an entire animatronic T-Rex except for the feet, because it gave his actors something to react to. And I think that kind of it's just harder for an actor to kind of work off of something like that. And
yeah,
it is. Or when Ian McKellen was working on the Hobbit movies, where he's not in the shot on set with the dwarves at all, especially in the first movie when they're in the party. He's just in a green. It's poor Ian McKellen alone in a green screen room, trying not to move incorrectly, or else his hand will go through one of the dwarves who is not theirs heads. and he just broke down and had a bit of a cry, and that just kind of makes me sad.
Yeah, it's
so sad. Funny.
Sad.
Yeah, it's just Ian McKellen. Yeah, and he's
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's giving his. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. We need to keep going. Thankfully,
let's keep going. That way we can fail as critics by actually being longer than The Last Jedi.
Yeah. Thankfully, like they're done with most of the bad stuff. There's going to be a couple of little bad things, but not that many bad things.
Yeah. Thank God for that. Maybe.
He's in it a bit. It felt like, okay, you passed away when I was a small boy, and you're still here, and that felt so comforting.
What?
Just that I love the fact he called him Young Skywalker.
Young Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's 900 years old.
I know, but it's just so nice seeing this grizzled old man, this grumpy hermit, and he goes, Young Skywalker.
Compared to Yoda,
Well, Luke
everyone
is really young compared to Yoda.
Young
No,
Kenobi.
no,
Yoda
Yoda should not.
Young Skywalker fan.
But yeah,
because
Yoda
Brian
should
wanted
not
to
have been
last.
calling him Young Skywalker. Yoda was always calling the knights and masters around him knight name, master name.
That'd be like if he said young Kenobi, and he never did that.
Yeah, he never did that to Obi-Wan. He was always calling him Knight Kenobi or Master Kenobi when he was on the council.
Didn't Yoda call Qui-Gon by name?
Yeah, he did. And that is so disrespectful. He was called Luke Young Skywalker while he was training him because Luke was his Padawan. And that is a term of endearment between masters and apprentices.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Like it isn't too bad.
Go back to Return of the Jedi. People may not have had time to do this, but go back to Return of the Jedi now. Watch that scene with where Yoda goes, and the whole. He even references it in his lines in The Last Jedi. Luke, when gone am I, the last of the Jedi will you be? Pass on what you have learned. And he did.
But we don't ever
see that. Because Disney decided it wasn't important for us to know. I don't think we even explored it even in the the explained universe content.
What do you think of that
They certainly went and explored that in the expanded universe. Not in the explained universe, but in the expanded universe. We absolutely loved what they did with Luke and his school.
Drake had a question.
What did you think of that one scene that they cut?
Which are you talking about the one where Rey goes where they actually have the third lesson?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's stupid.
What was the third lesson?
Do nothing.
Don't try. Go home.
Don't
me.
Yeah.
Don't try. What?
Oh, you legit haven't seen that deleted scene where it's
I legit haven't seen the movie. Period.
Okay, so what happens essentially is Rey sees a fire in the village. Luke says, "You know what a true Jedi Knight would do? Nothing." And then she decides to run over, and it turns out, and she just says, like, you could, but ultimately the Raiders will come back with more numbers, and you won't be there, so it'll just be worse. So that's the Batman v Superman attitude. That's the Pa Kent and Batman v Superman attitude. All that's going to happen is you're going to mess things up worse if you help people.
I don't know. Anakin seriously took care of a lot of Tusken Raiders a day.
Well, you got to be like Batman. You got to take the Bat route. You got to be like, fuck it, and do it anyway.
Yeah.
If you do, but doing nothing is all.
Oh, it gets better. Guess what? It's not even an attack. Luke was lying. It's a party that's going on. And she just, bursts in on a party, and it's a stupid joke. And then Luke is like, you see? You actually were noble. You did the right thing. The Jedi don't need... They The galaxy doesn't need a Jedi. They need someone like you.
No.
I didn't know that part.
Power was the friend we made along the way.
All that allows evil to prosper is when good people do nothing.
Well,
so
he's saying it as a test. He was saying it as a test that, like, you pass the test, and it's like, that's the third lesson. And then Ryan lied through his frickin' teeth and said, the third lesson's up to you. It's like, no, you deleted it because you ran out of time because you have poor time management and editing skills.
What's the with these guys?
You know what? I would have rather have Luke mourning his best friend and the third lesson than had Canto Bite and the stupid cow milking scene and a day in the life of Luke Skywalker. Because we didn't need those.
Canto Bite could have been cut and a lot of stuff would have been approved.
Yeah.
It's like, there. Gone.
It
amounted to nothing.
Well, the entire Finn and Rose story can be excised from the movie and nothing changes.
If anything, it just gets better.
The same thing goes for a day in the life of Luke Skywalker sequence.
Yep.
They didn't need that.
What does Luke do every day on this island? Well, first, he goes down and sees giant sea alien cow things. Then he goes to this overly ridiculous sized spear to then kill a fish. And then he goes back up.
How does he get the frickin' fish? How does he get the fish?
Yeah, when my morning schedule is more dignified than Luke Skywalker, something has gone wrong.
Yes.
Let's
also,
keep going.
How did he build that spear?
I don't know, but
There's no trees on the island.
Let's just finish this.
Yeah, let's keep going. The
whole sequence is about Yoda telling him, "Yeah, you failed. You failed. You failed. You failed. You failed. You failed." That's from Elizabethtown, isn't it?
It is.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
It is. Yeah.
A lot of people don't like that movie, but it's a film about accepting failure, and that's possibly why people don't like it. Also, because Orlando Bloom
that's
is
not how thieves
But this is the thing. He's saying to him, pass on what you have learned. He's not saying teach new people how to be Jedi. He's not saying this set of skills.
It's a
What? It's implied that he's supposed to be setting up a new Jedi Order. That's what is implied.
We couldn't get him that day. I underestimated how stupid
you want Yoda to simply say, you warn them of our failures. You must.
Yeah, if Luke wasn't supposed to teach people how to be Jedi, Yoda would have said something else.
We are, exactly, Nihilus.
We're gonna finish
To create new order, I must tell you. So misinterpret me, shitheads will not.
So I thought for a hot second he was going to say it's a film about space wizards. Oh, he says the Space Wizards line in his Rise of Skywalker podcast. I'm tired of being mad about a movie about space wizards.
I just want this
You're
to
just
be
mad
done.
because it's this movie about space wizards.
Why do you want
emotionally fractured?
Why would you want it to be me? I'm far less attracted than these people.
Shut up.
Human Graylos.
Yeah. Sorry, Crow.
We're so close to the end, and they just keep saying more and more stupid stuff.
Yeah, and then it's always a wait. What the hell did they say?
All right, then you asked for
the next generation of knights. He's saying, pass on what you personally have learned. That feeling
No, that's not what he's saying.
Power when you were faced with the Emperor and realized that you couldn't strike him down because it would make things go bad.
No, that's not what
redemption
happened.
when you were able to bring.
That's not what happened, you bitch. That's not what happened. He realized he couldn't do anything when Palpatine started electrocuting him, and he appealed to the only person who would be able to save him from that, his father.
Yep. Let's keep going.
Bring your father back. That feeling of connection when you worked out who your sister was for the first time.
No.
Those are the things that you've learned. Pass those on.
All those things that have so much more value than these crumbly old texts, which were not page turners.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's also saying I failed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Luke also did not complete his training. Luke also
He
took off in the middle of his training.
He did. He completed his training. What? Okay. What do you think creating the damn lightsaber is?
Remember, Yoda told me his training was complete. He has nothing left to teach him.
There's more. There's always
And
more.
that was the
Why is
point
there
of one of my
always
favorite
more?
scenes in the
Why?
franchise,
Why
the
are they
attack
so
on Jabba's
dumb? Why are
palace.
they so stupid? I don't understand it. They just keep opening their mouth, and that's when I think they say the dumbest thing. They keep talking.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
So you can see why we can mine so much material just off of these douchebags.
Are we? We're running
is the main
ourselves
goal of
ragged
my
in
life.
circles because we always
Quick, is
beat
my
their
mic still
arguments
working?
before they even bring them up.
I don't know. Because you talk so.
If they've already said,
honestly, honestly, you talk so little that I honestly forget you were here.
Yeah. So how about we do this? If they talk about something we've covered already, we will just say no, that is wrong, and we'll just keep going.
Okay, we can do that. Yeah, I can do
I'll
that.
help streamline this whole thing.
Finished his lessons to save his friends, just like Rey did. And I think there was a certain amount of Yoda being like,
No,
see what it feels
no,
like.
it's
No, that's wrong.
Could have grabbed you and choke slammed you. I could.
Again, that is a fundamental difference between Yoda
No.
of the prequels and Yoda
That's
of,
wrong.
Of Empire and Return of the Jedi.
Gee,
That is
maybe
the
because
Yoda
I
that's
don't
fucked up,
know some
has made a massive miscalculation and error of judgment, and it has resulted in so much death and so.
No. Okay, so I don't think we've covered this. Okay, let me quickly cover this. Yoda did not make a miscalculation in the prequels. Hashtag Yoda did nothing wrong. Hashtag the Jedi did nothing wrong, you idiots.
Do they think the Jedi get to choose the Chancellor?
No, they have no influence. They prefer not to have any influence whatsoever. They're completely neutral. They only answer to the Chancellor. The Senate does not own them, but the Chancellor can tell them what to do.
Yeah, they are. They can. Okay, let's see. What the senators can request that the Jedi take a look at, help them with something, but the Jedi are not connected to the Senate.
Also, they don't have any political power or influence.
They are loyal to the Republic, not the Senate.
They don't. Also, they didn't have any control over the situation. It was Palpatine playing both sides, setting it up, like setting the dominoes up so that no matter how they got kicked over, he won.
Mm-hmm.
And we can talk about the logistics all day and whether they make sense or not, but ultimately the Jedi did not massively screw up. It is they are not like Robb Stark. Robb Stark made a fatal error in judgment by marrying the wrong person. And because of that, he got murdered at his uncle's wedding, along with his mother and most of his loyal bannermen.
Yeah.
But I didn't make a mistake like that. The Jedi were punked.
The Jedi were set up to be the fall guys, and that's exactly what happened.
Can you just imagine that one thing where Mace Windu has
how they fell? How Anakin became Darth Vader, and as well set up the original trilogy. We're not here to talk about why the Jedi are failures.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're reading way too much into it.
They're also saying it without qualifying it. They're just kind of saying, "Oh, they failed," because this is the theme of the movie, and we're taking Ryan's critique as factual, even though Ryan didn't do his homework.
No, he didn't.
He made it clear he doesn't care about the lore or the world of Star Wars. He just saw an opportunity to make a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. I think he did what Benioff did, where he rewrote massive parts of Game of Thrones so that it would fit the actors better, instead of letting the actors do their jobs and prove why they are some of the best actors in the industry.
Yeah, which is really annoying because it creates sometimes since George R. R. Martin wrote a couple of episodes, so when he wrote Cersei Lannister, it feels slightly different to how Benioff writes when it's Benioff or one of his cronies. doing Cersei Lannister, because Lena Headey is an actual like mom who likes her kids and isn't a sociopathic narcissist like Cersei Lannister is.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep going.
Much destruction.
Yeah. And Luke's biggest failure was also one of Yoda and Ben's failures as teachers, because they were saying, "Go kill Darth Vader and go kill the Emperor. You have to kill him. You have to kill your daddy." And Luke's biggest failure resulted in him finding out that connection.
No,
he already came to the decision that he didn't want to kill Vader after he found out that they were related.
Actually, Yoda keeps telling him, "You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready."
So what they're referring to, they're referring to the moment where the man he's saying like, "I can't kill my own father," and all Ben says, then the Emperor has already won, because he doesn't have faith that Vader can come back. If he doesn't come back,
they lost faith in Vader. They both had lost faith in Vader. They didn't have the faith that Luke did.
Yeah.
Because everything Anakin did in the prequels was for his wife and for his kids. That's all he did. All he ever did was for them. Those 3 people. And those were the 3 people that he thought he lost.
Also, here's the thing. This creates an even larger problem, because it pokes a hole in the idea that Luke created a Jedi Academy that didn't promote emotional connections between people.
Yeah, apparently there's some material in the tertiary sources that says, "Oh, Luke found material that says what the Jedi are in the prequels," when all of it would have been destroyed by Palpatine because he hates the Jedi.
It's like Palpatine would have done the biggest the biggest book burning in Star Wars.
Not book burning. It's implied that he erased the entire archives of Jedi. All the references of the Jedi, the archives in the Jedi Academy, he erased those. All of them.
I think in Order 66, the clones were destroying Jedi and all the data that the Jedi had collected over the years that they were existed. Like their objective was to destroy literally everything about the Jedi. And to also learn more Jedi, they set up a transmitter that sent out an SOS
to lure Jedi in. Yeah.
You're
correct. Then Obi-Wan went in and he fixed that.
Yeah.
Telling them to go to ground, but the damage was already done because all the archives had been completely erased by that point.
Yep. Let's keep going.
On his own terms, and then getting time to deal with reckoning of it, and then going, "No, I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to deliberately disobey both my teachers and try to save him," and they were wrong. And so Luke's greatest failure leads to his greatest success. So, of course he has to pass on failure, because that's how you learn to succeed, is you have to fail first.
Carrie Fisher's final
It's so ironic,
I think
considering
apparently
how
she may have
failed
improvised.
later.
No.
I remember all the people who failed but managed to succeed at the same
I don't
time
recall
while they
anyone
failed.
saying, "Go kill your daddy, kill your daddy." I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, they
Because
weren't
they're
telling him they weren't telling go kill your daddy. And daddy is not the word to use for Vader, guys. He's not a dad, he's not a daddy, he is father.
Yeah, it's like
You never got to see what Anakin would have been like as a father.
No, you
Luke,
never did.
Who's your daddy?
But as a Vader, I could never ever see Vader as being called dad or daddy. It's father, the term of endearment that also has the most respect.
I don't know. I think they should change it. I think they should make him go, "Luke, who's your daddy?"
It may have been your father, boy, but it sure wasn't your daddy.
Yeah, it's like they have no faith in Vader turning back to the light side, which is why they tell Luke that he has to kill him. But Luke has the faith that he can reach his father when they couldn't, because he has the one thing that they do not. And that is that Luke is exactly what he always wanted.
And it's like Vader at that point, before Luke turned to him, was the second most evil person in the entire galaxy.
Yeah.
That was a personal redemption. That wasn't a redemption for everything he'd
Not
done.
only that, but also when Luke fights Vader for the final time, that's when he changed from someone who couldn't kill his father to someone who could but chose not to.
Mm-hmm.
If he couldn't kill him, then he wouldn't have been able to win the fight because he would have had to hold back.
Also,
it was because he didn't hold back that he was able to defeat him, implying that, well, he could have killed him, but he chose not to in the end.
Yeah, and he was using the dark side to do so. And when he cut off his father's hand, he realized exactly what he'd done, and he pulled himself back.
At that, he recognized that he and Vader were very similarly injured. Since, it's a Skywalker tradition, you must lose your hand.
So to lower the tone a little bit.
She's not a real Skywalker, so.
Yeah, to lower the tone a little bit, the guy Kronos37 just commented, "Dude, I'm okay with some S&M, but I think you crossed a line here. So what did
I like this guy.
Keep in mind, he's only in Framing Monsters Part 1. He hasn't gotten to the bad stuff yet.
So he's only just reached Purple Pro's hell.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Awesome.
Let's try and finish this.
Yeah.
There's a little bit left. We can do
Whitman
this.
herself, when she said, "We have everything we need," and just that wonderful, like, it's not really a celebration, but that union at the end that they get away. It's what Rose said about saving what we love rather than destroying what we hate.
No,
that's how you
What she said. She saved what she loved. She loved that cannon.
To save what we love.
No,
that
save
is
the
so
cannon.
stupid. You save what you love by destroying what you hate.
She obviously
Those
hates
things
Finn.
are
She's trying
not
to destroy
mutually
Finn.
exclusive.
These people love this line. He even calls this line in another podcast the clarion call of the oft rejected clarion call of this generation. Saving what we hate. Yeah.
I also said the clarion call.
Yeah, ask Kenosha how they're doing about saving what they love. Ask Portland how they're saving what they love.
Yeah, ask New York.
Yeah, I hate these people. Like, you can see why I wanted to cover them. I've had a beef with these people for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I see why.
And because nobody is going to cover them but us because their podcasts are so freaking long.
Yeah.
Maybe EFAP were ready to do this.
Yeah.
EFAP would do it, and they'd be able to do it in one sitting, unlike us. But
well, they're a little better.
They look for every excuse to hang out for fucking 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And when you wake back up, they're still going.
Yep. Let's see if we can get through 2 minutes, and then just like let's get through 2 minutes and just say F no or the full expletive if you so choose, if you're not an anti-swear.
Yeah. Okay.
Wonderful way of epitomizing the difference between the darker and the lighter sides of mankind's soul. That's all Star Wars has ever been about. It's the battle between our inner demons and our better angels. And that scene where Finn was going to sacrifice himself, again, they had me convinced this was going to be it. And it turned into another incredibly powerful scene. Ryan Johnson
made his character
I'm sorry I have a doubt.
Okay, everybody gets 10 seconds.
It would have been more impactful if Finn had actually died.
Okay. Okay, Wolf, vent your spleen. 10 seconds. You go. Next second.
Fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, you're wrong. Shut the hell up. You don't know shit. Go die.
Yokai, vent your spleen.
They just have a tendency to admire scenes where they want to have the cake and eat it too. They don't like sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Drake?
In other words,
Dr. Crow?
Jacun spisa in pizza lignu.
Alrighty. Well, let's keep going.
What?
Outed him. It's a triumphant film, and I think ultimately we're going to have to.
Triumphant.
99% of our army died, making me the victor.
Hey, there's only like 20 of us, but hey, we're still.
No, we didn't. No, we're at 2:30. No.
We can do this. We can do this. We're stronger than this move. We're stronger than this podcast.
Yes, we are.
We are strong,
It took us a
independent.
while to get back to it.
We are strong. We are a bunch of strong, independent men and one really strong, independent woman.
And her,
And don't
and
you
her
forget it.
And her loyal servant, the dog Yoda.
The dog. If you had a sister and a dog, I'd choose the dog.
Okay, dog. Quick question. Quick question.
All right. All right. Discussion pause. Let's keep going. Okay, come on.
To just accept that every Star Wars film that comes out is going to get a backlash of some kind. Like it's going to be like Rogue One with us going,
No,
that's
you're
kind of
wrong.
light on character, or it's going to be from the other side of this didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do.
You're wrong.
Film. Not only is this like a crazy old man in a way, like a broken old man.
Okay.
Yeah, you give me a car that doesn't fucking start. Oh, this didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do. Yeah, because it didn't fucking start and it's a car.
Yes.
I'm gonna complain about it.
It's like
okay.
Oh wait, the
Okay.
bullets don't work. Oh wait, let me check it
Oh,
out.
so
There are no breaks.
They stab you and then they make fun of you because you're complaining about the fact that you're bleeding.
yes, Spicer,
Yeah.
you're welcome. And then the podcast I want framing monster.
Wow.
Wow.
it really shows that people want. It really shows that.
We are strong in the force. Yes, we are.
So here's
Here's an idea. Just keep watching and not press.
Hey, Yokai. Okay, Yokai.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, these people are really stupid. These people are utterly stupid, have no credibility, and no critical thinking skills. Hi, Crowfrats. Nice to see you again.
Stick diese Min in Pinken.
Yeah, Yokai, I sent you a credit
All right,
card,
so-
but it's not gonna have
and,
anything. But you can't do anything with it.
So, and here we go with a really bad one, where he's going to be strawmanning the crap out of people criticizing.
Oh, good God.
Cool.
Let's see him
So what we want to do, so what we're going to do is we'll just we'll finish both the argument and the argument.
Nick Brown.
Go ahead. That's it. Okay, everyone, I am going to make a change.org petition to bring back framing monsters.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now. Starting a petition.
It's amazing how we want to go back to Bellin after School of Movies. School of Movies is just so bad.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to the worst straw man of the bunch.
Yeah.
His decision has haunted him. Well, he has the opportunity to change his decision and go and help them, which he doesn't. I don't care if you say, yes, he did. He made a ghost of himself. Oh, come on. So basically, he's a massive pussy throughout the entire film.
Oh my god. Guys,
Yes!
guess what?
Someone finally said it. Thank God.
just wait till he
Guys,
gets. He's gonna
that's why
he's gonna strawman this. Just wait.
Oh God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I went out to
physically don't help, he's too
change.org,
scared.
and when I get to the part where it says who has the power to achieve this, I type it us, and it immediately puts in Bernie Sanders.
Oh good God.
Alrighty.
I'm once again asking for your change.org petitions.
Alrighty, let's keep going.
So he conjures up this Force Ghost instead, and then they kill him anyway. That's again another cop out. Why not have Luke take him to that salt planet, have him face Kylo Ren, let him actually be a badass instead of.
So everybody, I know this is gonna make you really freaking mad, but just hold it in until he gets finished. Until I say
no pro.
Yeah, just hold it in until I say you can go. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, screw it. I'm not going to agree with the petition.
Making us think he's a badass, when really he's just making everybody imagine him. And then he dies of what? Exhaustion? Fucking so stupid.
There's a lot of this. A lot of the complaints are because the heroes that they wanted to see be total badasses, slaughtering and killing, like Darth Vader at the end of Rogue One. They wanted to see them just so badass, and they weren't. They were all just pussies. Yeah. I don't want to be in that club.
Unleash.
Fuck off!
Speaking of decent men, I peek him.
I told you it was gonna piss you off.
Oh, good God! We were not asking him to be a complete total badass that does every fucking thing. That's not what we were asking for. We wanted to see him be the wise master that both Yoda and Obi-Wan were in the first and second movies of the entire series. The first ones that came out, you goddamn fucking idiot!
It's actually worse. He's saying like that we wanted him to be like Vader in Rogue One.
No, we don't want him to be like Vader. We wanted Ren to
I
be
want to
like
see him
Vader.
do what Vader was doing, but to stormtroopers.
Yeah,
well, not
exactly.
stormtroopers. In this context, it would be whatever the fuck they were. The order.
Not commit genocide.
Must not commit harakiri. Let me do it in my combat voice. Let me do it in a more appropriate voice. Harakiri.
Must not commit Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
So it's okay for Rey to be a badass, but not for Luke to be a badass? That does not make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Why is
Basically,
it okay for the weakly written woman to be a badass with absolutely no reason for her to be one when the Jedi Master is not?
I think it also like so everybody here has seen the Rogue One scene, and like that's a cool scene, right?
Yes, that's
So
a cool scene. That's the best scene in the damn movie.
Can you guess
It's
what
the best scene in the franchise right now. I mean, other than the old movies, of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can you guess what he didn't like that scene, but can you guess why he did not like that scene?
Oh, I got this.
Because he's a
one.
fucking
I got this
pussy,
one
that's
because
why.
Vader is a fascist.
How do you not like that? You have to be the biggest schmuck to not like that.
Close, very close, very close. What he says is it's like basically a Civil War General Lee coming in and slaughtering a bunch of Union soldiers with his saber. And
what a fucking buzzkill! What a fucking buzzkill!
But that's perfectly in character for Vader, which is why it is absolutely awesome.
They hate the fact that the
like
child
Stonewall Jackson, Confederate, definitely, but badass.
So what they hate the fact that Vader, the child killer, is being made to look cool.
He's not killing children this time.
Cool.
Vader is cool.
Yeah, because these people are.
They don't want characters that are evil to look cool because they think it's promoting them.
also kind of the also
yeah,
like
well, Rose Tico's evil. I don't want her promoted.
So also there's kind of the thing of we have also like I've re-listened to their prequel shows and it's like such hypocrisy. They're saying like there's a Vader-shaped hole in this series in the prequels.
There isn't. It's filled by Darth Maul, who's mysterious. It's filled by Count Dooku, who is a fallen Jedi, and it's filled by General Grievous, who is the cybernetic person.
Badass.
Yeah, the badass. And all of those three characters are parts of Vader.
Yep.
Mysterious, a fallen Jedi, and cybernetic.
Yep.
Exactly.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
He explained. Lucas explained that in one of his interviews.
Might have been a commentary behind the scenes.
There's the commentary on Revenge of the
Yeah, it's
Sith.
the commentary.
Yeah.
I have one last thing I need to just say real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Gewalt wie var red met die bloed. Jegvad vaskav mena hard mindien tara. Der in Ingramnard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you going on about?
I've already accepted with the Marvel movies now, so
yeah.
Although it doesn't seem to feel as vitriolic.
Yeah.
Because the Marvel movies are not bad.
There's a bitterness there, which is
The Marvel movies, they might not be well written. They might not be good, excellent, good, best quality movies, but they still have a solid story behind them.
Yep. Let's keep going.
Jedi doesn't.
But
nope, it does not.
Maybe they'll shut up with the Han Solo movie.
They won't. This isn't my Han Solo. I hate this boy.
But basically, what needs to happen?
No, the biggest complaint about Solo is it's poorly lit and we can't see a bugger all.
And as my dad pointed out, because he watched Solo a couple of days ago, what's his name? Aaron Reich. Aaron Reich looks more like a dark-haired young Mark Hamill than he does to a young Harrison Ford.
Yep.
If you were going to make a Luke Skywalker movie, you could have just dyed his hair and it would have been absolutely perfect. But
he's not a good actor. But he's not.
Fuck
not
that
a good,
movie.
Well,
fuck that movie.
He's not a good actor,
Well,
though. I don't think he
yeah,
would.
he's not a good actor, but you would have been able to have someone else voice over him, and it would have been fine.
Well,
I still want Lone Star, a Spaceballs story.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would pay to see Spaceballs too.
Well,
The Search for More Money.
let's keep going.
Yeah,
Oh my god, they predicted the sequel
don't have to be-
trilogy.
Yep.
Played by a
they
black
did.
guy.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
What was that?
Okay, let me roll that back just ever so slightly. We're at 210, 13.
Hush, dog.
Okay, let me see.
They won't. This
Okay.
isn't my Han Solo. I hate this boy.
But basically, what needs to happen
Did Lando
is
have to be played by a black guy?
Oh,
Oh.
Fuck out of here.
Oh, that's
Just
Oh
I
my
think they
God.
said the dumbest thing. They just keep talking.
Yeah, that's what ideologues do. And nobody has critiqued these people other than us. This is the only thing that has ever covered them.
It
They're not
is
worth it.
better. I know I've said this before, but it is better to keep your mouth shut and be thoughtful than to open your mouth and prove everyone right.
Yep.
I know that one of my teachers said that there are no stupid questions, but
There's some stupid statements.
yeah,
It's like I would say. There are no stupid questions. There are, however, stupid people who ask questions.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And it's just like, wow, nobody other than like really, really right-wing crazies, like deranged
They are taking
crazies who would say,
Real right-wing crazies don't care.
yeah,
they're
that's
taking
true.
our legitimate criticism and going, you're not even nitpicking. You're making stuff up. That's what they are doing to us.
And they're the ones who are making up headcanon to make this movie make sense and be deep.
Yeah.
They have not proven one iota of depth for this stupid movie.
I walked out of Force Awakens going, what the hell did I watch? Because there were so many holes in the story. For one,
they love metacomedy. They love metacomedy. That's what they like. That's what they like about. They think that Star Wars, when it gets away from subversive metacomedy, is Star Wars that when the sequel era has gone wrong. When it's not like Rogue One and Solo that have kind of steered away from subversive metacomedy.
Solo and Rogue One are boring, but they're still closer to the original movies than the 3 sequels.
I didn't bother with Rogue One either, because the second I saw the trailer, there was just a strong female protagonist. I was like, oh, one of these again?
She's not that bad, all things considered.
Far better character than Rey.
Yeah. Let's keep going. We got.
I'm not saying much. That's like saying the shit I took yesterday was better than the shit I took last week.
Okay, to quote a song made a long time ago. Been around the world and found that only stupid people are breeding. The breeds cloning and feeding, and I don't even own a TV.
Alrighty, let's keep going.
I think it's great that they're including Asian girls in the Star Wars movies now. But there's millions of really cute, attractive Asian girls, and out of all of them, they had to choose.
You think Rose is attractive?
One of the ugliest Asian girls I've ever seen.
Oh no, they're saying that like Rose is unattractive. No, he's saying that Rose is unattractive, and he's strawmanning this guy. But admittedly, like I don't agree with this man. I think that this man is like on the end, but what he's doing is associating us with all of the people who are saying stuff like this. Where it's just like,
well, Kelly Marie Tran is possibly one of the most adorable people I've ever seen when she's on the red carpet. But in the movie, she's ugly. They put her in a burlap sack, and there are people who can pull that off and make it look good. Unfortunately, Miss Tran is not one of those people, which is a bummer.
Because
The Last Jedi could have made her career for her, except Ryan fucking Roundhead made her into one of the ugliest characters we have ever had the displeasure of seeing.
In Star Wars.
Yes.
I've seen uglier. Let's keep going.
They just went to a Chinese restaurant down the street and then randomly picked a waitress and said, "Hey, do you want to be in our Star Wars film? We're looking for an Asian girl. You look
That's
Asian."
not what they
Both
did.
of Kelly Marie Tran's parents were migrants from Vietnam who fled the country
That's not
after
what
the
they
war.
did. That's not
Cultural
what they did.
awareness
That's not what they
101.
did.
China's not
Why
so
did
far
they
from
flee the
Vietnam.
country?
That's not what they did. Kelly Marie Tran won a contest. Kelly Marie Tran won a contest. That is why she is in Star Wars.
So basically like, so he's making it. So this guy is making a joke. And I would have.
I can't tell that he's making a joke because everything else has been just as bad.
So essentially, like when kind of the audio changed and he's talking about the Asian girl, that is him pulling another quote and assuming that all Star Wars fans are like this, who don't like Rose.
Yeah, we're not.
Disingenuous.
It's not that we don't like Kelly Marie Tran. I've seen what she looks like in regular clothes, and she is, if not gorgeous, then she's adorable.
Yeah, she's very cute.
Yeah, she's cute. She's cute. And this is a straight white woman saying this. She's cute. She's one of the most adorable people I've ever seen. I wish Ryan Johnson would have shown us this adorable girl instead of the ugly cow we got.
Another problem is the fact that Rose is preachy, and people, unless they are ideologues and they're crazy.
We don't like being preached at.
Yep. Which is why, like, who here, like, likes unironically Fern Gully?
What the hell is Fern Gully?
Exactly my point.
Don't worry about it.
Exactly my point.
It's
Who
the
here-
movie that Avatar ripped off.
Yeah.
It
It
Dancing
has
with
Robin
Wolves.
Williams in it as a rapping bat.
Yep. The name is Batty. The logic is erratic.
Might have made it daddy.
The only good thing to come out of that movie was Toxic Love.
Yeah, because Tim Curry's voices can make anybody go gay.
No, you may not date the pollution demon.
Alrighty, let's keep going.
It's just like they want an Asian girl in the movie so they can say, hey, look, we have an Asian girl and we have a black guy. Our film's multiracial. We're not racist.
No, they're not racist.
They always do this when it comes to Hollywood movies. When they have an Asian character, a guy or a girl, they pick a really ugly Asian actor to play the Asian character. And then for the white characters, they choose really attractive, good-looking white people. And it's not just for Asian people, it's black guys as well. They choose the ugliest black guys they can find to represent the black characters.
I'm going to stop now.
No.
Because this is ridiculous and indicative of the general state of complaint about this film. It's
No.
a slime pit of the internet. Bad teachers.
No,
They're
that's not
saying
what you're
that they make minorities look bad. This is their point. This is saying that the directors are racist.
This says more about the people making these movies than it says about the audience.
Bringing
Because
monsters all
we-
over again with Kong.
And, well, John Boyega, I wouldn't call him ugly. I'm not into black guys, but he's an attractive black guy.
The funny thing is, Boyega is agreeing with this by saying that the people who made the new Star Wars trilogy are racist.
Yeah, they are. The people making these movies, they're racist. They could have made Tran into someone really pretty by giving her coveralls that showed off what she has instead of putting her in a sack.
Yeah. Disney
And
Star Wars films are...
I don't like Holdo, but they should have put Holdo in a really eccentric dress uniform instead of a ballroom gown, because they don't have any idea how the military works either.
Neph, that's an entirely different discussion for another day.
If they knew how the military worked, they would be Nazis, don't you see?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Themselves are becoming bad teachers. That guy's name so that Disney can contact him next time they need to measure the most attractive Asian girl specifically for him. He has the enviable title of Hiding in My Room. So let's leave the toilet people behind and get back to why this is indeed, in fact, a beautiful film.
But I think if the
God.
essence of Star
Stop
Wars
insulting us. We're not saying the movie is not a pretty movie. We're
They're not
saying
even
it's a
good at it.
badly put together movie.
Well, I say it's ugly, to be fair.
All the shots in the movie are very pretty, from what I've heard.
It's
But there are
garish.
Oh, it's pretty.
It's styled without substance.
Yep.
Yeah.
When people say that it has substance, I'm like, you are factually wrong on every single reference you are making.
There is no substance in any of these movies. Not even the movies that are closest to the original 6.
Yep. Let's keep going.
is for everyone can continue to be the underlying meta narrative, it will basically end up being, I hate this, it's horrible, it's not my Star Wars. Well, that's okay. It loves you.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Well, I will only see.
No, it
actively
doesn't.
hates us, actually.
Also, here's the thing: we have control over it. Rise of Skywalker, Rise of Skywalker, is in direct response to every single complaint made about The Force Awakens, which I imagine that JJ himself had. But the problem is, JJ is too stupid to understand how to fix it because JJ cannot write.
Yeah, he's more interested in wondering what's in this box that I got than actually figuring out what is in the box and how to make it work.
Let's see what's in the box.
Came up. The box came up. I gotta talk about this damn mystery box because I hate a very particular thing about his damn mystery box. He gets the idea from a thing in his childhood where he got like this box set of magic tricks with like 50 in a set. And I know the set he's talking about, and that set is not easy to come by. It's a very rare set nowadays. And it was actually really decent, and he didn't care about it because he was more interested in what could be in it than what it was actually in it. It's just, God. Yeah.
Oh, God, I can feel that pain.
The way to do the mystery box correctly is the
Don't do
cake
it.
theory that Literature Devil told us about in his video with what's wrong with J.J. Abrams' mystery box.
Yeah,
and he
make
goes
people
through
6 hours for dinner.
Yeah, you make them wait for dinner. You don't tell them they're getting dinner, and then don't give them dinner. You make them wait. You make dinner. You make the process of making dinner take longer so that the people are hungrier. You don't leave them going, I'm hungry after dinner.
A good example is The Force Awakens. It was clearly sequel bait.
Clearly.
Yeah, and this makes me smile. Joker made more money than Rise of Skywalker.
That's because it had less of a budget.
That too, but Joker broke every record in the book for an R-rated film.
I think it also made $1 billion.
Yeah, it made $1 billion.
Nice.
So like
Woo-hoo!
I think Joker was only like let me see how
It was cheap. For a movie.
I am glad for whoever wrote that movie.
The guy who wrote Hangover of all
I
time.
may not be into R-rated movies, but I hope the person who wrote Joker gets more jobs.
There's like an R-rated renaissance going on now.
Which is too bad because I prefer PG.
Yeah. That is actually a very good point. And it cracked $1 billion without showing China, which is very unusual.
Yeah, these
Joker,
people
even without it outperformed it, even with base just box office, it outperformed it significantly.
And think about it, it outperformed it on a smaller budget, so they made more money than Rise of Skywalker anyway, because they had less money because they had to make less money to break even.
Yeah, let me look up at Wikipedia. So the budget of Joker was 55 to 70 million.
What?
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was cheap.
Rise of Skywalker was 10 times that.
Exactly.
Holy crap! So even if it made $100 million, it still would have broke.
Yeah, no one broke even, and it made $1.7 billion. That means it made more than.
It overshot the earnings overshot the budget.
Like
by a
whole lot.
By 200%.
Yeah. They more than made their money back.
Wait, how much did it actually cost to make Rise of Skywalker? I don't think I have updated numbers from what you're
Rise of
saying.
Skywalker production cost. I
heard $500 million.
$275 million.
What?
$275 million.
Yeah, and
I
then
don't
there
think
were
that's accurate.
Yeah, it's clearly lying.
Yeah, clearly.
Because
yeah, and I'm with Dead Splash. I want
budget.
In fact, no, that's the estimated budget. It's not the actual official budget. The estimated budget was $275 million.
I'm with Dead Slash. I want to see a Batman movie that everyone can watch, not an R-rated movie. Because I like Batman. I'd like to watch something based on Batman the animated series.
It's like people don't know how to use their higher ratings, like R and X ratings. It's like the point of the R and X ratings is because you're showing reality without censors stripping things away from it. The point of R-rated movie is not death and sex forever. It's to show the world as it really is.
It's blood and gore and violence. It's not swears. It's not swear words. Swear words are there, but rated R and rated X are for the blood, the gore, and the violence, not the language.
But they shouldn't be. Why can't somebody use an R-rated movie artfully? Like Joker did. And, my problem with the Joker comes down entirely to the fact that it got tied to the Batman universe with duct tape, when it's clearly not a Batman movie.
Yeah.
That's the biggest complaint I've seen for it. It was just not a good comic book movie.
It's a good movie, but it's not a good comic book movie, yeah.
No one knows how much it costs to make Rise of Skywalker. Disney hasn't released any confirmation on how much it cost them to make, especially if the rumors of behind-the-scenes drama is true.
The only thing that they released is the only information we have is an estimated budget, which is clearly not, which I highly doubt is the actual budget.
Well, obviously, I think what the... Sorry, Don.
I think it's probably double that because they were reshooting up until November.
Yeah, and I think they don't want to admit that they lost money on a movie.
Yeah, especially not a mainline Star Wars episode. They're willing to admit it for Solo, but they're not willing to admit it for something like Rise of Skywalker, which should have been their Avengers Endgame or Infinity War.
Endgame was still a meh movie.
But it made a lot of money because there was a lot of build up to it, and it was at least relatively satisfying.
Yeah,
I don't care. It still sucked.
It was satisfying. It was satisfying because Thanos, basically knocked Captain Marvel out of the movie for most of it.
Which was
great. And a lot of people wanted to see her get punched in the face like that. It was so satisfying, even though I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah, even if it's not my fan.
It came in like a Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, it's just my god.
Alrighty, we are very close to the end. We got 6 minutes left. Let's try to get 3 minutes.
It's a 16 minutes to 2 seconds.
The outro.
I don't want to do this stream anymore. Oh,
we're almost
honestly,
done.
If you saw it 6 more times, you would probably get into the groove of it. Almost inevitably, you would start to accept.
I've seen it multiple times. I do not like it anymore. I like it less.
That you felt were weaknesses. That's again. This makes me feel like
people as black guys to represent
a beautiful film.
But I think if the essence of Star Wars is for everyone, can continue to be the underlying meta narrative, it will basically end up being, I hate this, it's horrible, it's not my Star Wars. Well, that's okay. It loves you.
No, it doesn't. It hates
Well,
us.
I will only see it 6 more times
today.
Honestly, if you saw it 6 more times, you would probably get into the groove of it almost inevitably.
6 more times to get into the groove of it? No.
That's 18 fucking hours!
No! You have 5 minutes to get a person into a movie. That's all.
This is a case this is like a Death Note movie case where we're going in a second time actually improved my opinion on it.
Yeah. It's so stupid.
You'd
Yeah,
start to
Disney-
accept some of the things that you felt were weaknesses.
You start to accept the things you thought were weaknesses. F no, they just make them worse.
Yeah, and
That's growing numb.
Disney didn't want to admit that their shame of losing money on Solo either.
Yeah, but they couldn't hide it, unfortunately.
No, they're trying to hide it with the Rise of Skywalker, but it's inevitable that it's going to come out.
Remember when Robot had made a video on Solo, and I don't know what the video was about, but he showed like footage of him entering on the Melbourne theater on opening night of Solo, and it was just empty.
Yeah. I remember that.
And Wolf just like he refused to pay for it.
Yeah.
He just
he paid to see another movie and then went to the Solo viewing to then watch it. He didn't even pay for it. He just paid for another movie.
Frickin' legend. Frickin'
And no one was there.
Yeah. I don't think anybody would care. I don't think anybody cares.
Everyone was going into the theaters, and there were pictures everywhere of the theaters being empty.
Yeah. Let's keep...
theaters empty.
All right. Yep. Let's keep going. We only got a little bit left.
That's again. This makes me feel like me saying you're all wrong if you didn't like it. Maybe give it another go.
No.
I would at least advise that. If you've sat through all of us saying this, that you have to at least accept there's maybe some things you missed if you hated it the first time.
There's things you missed, they'll make you hate it more.
If you hate the movie from the first time you watched it, subsequent viewings are only going to make you hate it more because you notice everything wrong that you missed the first time.
Yeah, it's like, and like, very much you have, like, it's like, no, we view this like you view Transformers, Mr. School of Movies, but we have the standards to say that both films are equally bad, except that the Transformers humor is less tolerable. But that's not saying much for The Last Jedi.
Though it was pretty insulting to their lore. Poor Transformers lore.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to, I honestly, oh my god, I hated the fact that they managed to retcon so much lore in The Last Night. It was almost ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, Unicron's Earth. How?
What?
You know that?
What was that? What about Unicron?
Unicron is Earth.
What? I thought I misheard you. What the fuck?
Here, let me slow it down for you. Unicron is Earth.
Unicron on one side of the equation, Earth on the other, and an equal sign.
Yes.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, that's what you're hearing because that's what I'm hearing too.
What in the indigo fuck is wrong with whoever did that?
Well, that's not all. It gets better. You remember guess what? They have to defend Earth from the bad guy. Because it was retcon, because her name is Quintessa.
They want to wake up Unicron, essentially. Is that the plot?
Wait, Quintessa?
Yes, Quintessa. That is her name, Quintessa.
Oh, God.
Yep.
And also, well, the thing is...
And she's also like, I am your creator.
Also, here's another problem with Transformers Last Night. That's not an original idea. Transformers Prime technically did that first. Where Unicron wakes up and they have to figure out a way to put him to sleep using Optimus Prime's Prime Spark. But the excellent thing is, Unicron's voiced by Denethor.
Nice.
Lord of the Rings, where it's just like, you will not betray me, Megatron. And it's Denethor, John Noble, and it's like...
Oh, wait, are you referring to the Beast Hunters movie?
No, Transformers Prime, the TV show. The animated CGI TV show.
Oh, I know. I also know they had a movie that took place after the events of the series.
Yeah, Predacons Rising.
Yeah, that's it.
What? What was this?
Oh, back in 2013, there was this 3D CG animated show called Transformers Prime. It ran for 3 seasons, and it had a movie after the series concluded to wrap up a few more plot points called Predacons Rising. Predacons came in around season 3, and
Predacons makes me think of Beast Wars because that's what they're called in Beast Wars.
Oh yeah, I know. I also watched Beast Wars.
So where were the Maximals? Because the entire point of Beast Wars was that the Maximals had essentially, if Megatron is even remotely to be believed, were oppressing the Predacons through some kind of like reparations, sort of like what all of the world did to Germany after World War I.
Okay, what happened was that the Autobots won the war. What happened is that the Autobots won the war. They were at peace, but Megatron was exactly happy. So he left this key, which is a map, to Earth, all the way back to when primitive humans first existed, and left it for his descendant to then inevitably go into this planet, find it, and then kill the humans. It's to end the war before it even, as well as the fact that this is also the place where the Ark is crash landed on. So it's to end the war before it even starts, as this Megatron finds out. And at first, of course, it's not the Decepticons, it's the Predacons, and then it's the Maximals. They get through trans-warp space, which has been, and last I checked, was revolutionized from the space bridges to actual engine drives.
I guess Mr. Drake would hate Transformers Prime.
They're different from all the Predacons are different from the Beast Wars counterparts.
So Chronos 371 commented a little bit ago. He said, when I asked him, "What's the worst part been for you so far?" He said, "Well, the King Kong was bad. Then Jurassic Park was worse because, like the Matrix, IIRC, there is a quote." Tells us why all the dinosaurs had to be female. It was a defense, not an attack. After all that, he goes, Disney animated classic, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King. Those are all temples of my childhood, and to call that bigot propaganda is insulting.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
It is. Those are temples of my childhood too.
Yeah.
Some more than others.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Let's get back on topic.
Finish this today.
I
want to finish it.
What were they saying about King Kong? Because I thought King Kong was great.
Oh, basically, this guy thinks that King Kong is an analogous for
blacks.
To clarify, we're talking about framing monsters at that point.
For the propagandized boogeyman of the black rapist going after the white woman.
It is proof of this.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's the fact that it was made in 1933.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's keep going. We'll talk about those things another time. We'll have a Transformer stream, and we'll go back to framing monsters because you signed the petition.
That's like schizophrenic level shit.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that we're actually doing a Transformer stream?
If you guys want to.
We can do that. I haven't watched anything past the Michael Bay movies. Before that, I didn't really watch any of the Transformers TV shows. I remember a little, but Beast Wars is the one I remember best.
Yeah.
Everything else was like forgettable.
Alrighty.
I want to be on that show. I want to be on that stream.
Me too.
Yeah.
First, blowtorch these guys.
We'll have to watch like Prime and animated if we can get them.
Yeah.
I got pie. I'm willing to sail the black. I'm willing to fly the black sails to find animated.
Alrighty,
yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
I love it now.
Yeah. Another thing, and the final thing we're going to leave on, that was brilliant and wonderful. John Williams' score. This was a musical journey back through Star Wars. The Force Awakens, he established a bunch of new theme, and I've heard some people say that they were disappointed with it because it didn't. It was actually really quite subtle, The Force Awakens, just in terms of like we're going to evoke some of the older ones, but we're not going to be just immediately coming in with clattering new themes. But then in The Last Jedi, when he starts playing the Resistance, the March of the Resistance.
blah blah. Bring my copyright. Blah
Even people who hadn't been listening to the soundtracks go, I feel like I know this music now. It feels like it's the new Rebels music.
What just happened?
Kylo Ren. This was a musical.
Must not get struck. Must not get struck.
Specifically surrounding Leia's theme, played with this incredible delicacy and bombast at times when she comes pouring back in again, and it reaches this peak when Luke comes in and sits down with Leia. It goes from the Force theme to Leia's theme. And when he mentions Han, we're never really gone. There's a little bit of the romance theme in there, and it plays the Luke and Leia brother and sister.
This is a neat pick. It's not structure related. We can move on.
Okay. No, but the problem is if he plays music out of nowhere, we'll get struck. So
Yeah.
that's
what we were doing. And they're playing in the 8th movie. And this was a
What do you guys
goodbye.
think I was speaking tongues?
This was a goodbye.
Why do you
speaking
think
in
I
tongues is
was
copyrighted.
laughing so hard? I was trying to cover it up. And I'm between laughing and crying at the moment because it's just no.
It's such a painful
Yep, we got back to it. Yep, slime. Yeah, that's a slime nugget.
Hey, slime nugget.
Yeah.
What happened to all your videos, man? I love them.
They just they have a slightly slow production schedule.
No.
Where like they do a lot of editing. We're just kind of lazy. Yeah. Let's finish this.
What it should have been.
Oh, good God!
More music.
Stop playing the damn music, please.
Can we
love
just,
the
if we're just going to talk about music the rest of the time, can we just call it there then?
What they said
Something
there.
along those, yeah.
And seeing her daughters.
No!
Something along those, yeah.
What they said there.
Leia and Han do not have a daughter! You fucking moron! That is not
Okay,
their
so she's referring to Carrie Fisher's physical daughter.
Oh, good God.
Are we done yet?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm just gonna keep singing Scatman for all the time, and I'm gonna get struck.
Oh my God, I think we're going to lose our entire audience like this, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna lose our entire audience when we get struck.
We have no choice. Because they're playing copyrighted music and we have to do something to cover it.
I think there's a talk about music here at the end, in which I don't think we have much to say about that.
The tribute to
No,
Carrie
we
Fisher.
don't. The music, John Williams is great. His music is amazing. But we have nothing else to talk about now, I don't think.
I don't want to cover these guys anymore. I don't care what they have to say anymore. I don't care what their opinions are. I want to go back to covering Renegade Cut. That's where I'm at right now.
This is the
You
straight.
want to cover the guy that has the robotic voice?
Yes, I prefer to cover that guy because at least that's on my channel and I can make you suffer for once.
Guys, I think this is the one time where I think this is the one time. I think this is the last stream ever on Dunn's channel.
Probably not.
Well, let's keep going.
The band was never the same after Dr. Crow left the stream.
Let's keep going. We're nearly finished. Let's just let this play, and we'll just yell no since we've covered most of their stuff.
I was like, oh wow.
What about if they're
playing music
playing?
again, I'll start clapping. I should warn you guys, if they start playing music again, I'm going to start clapping loudly into the mic.
Okay.
It's so instant.
And something about to our princess. I think it was what they said
Something
there.
along those, yeah.
And seeing her daughter's in there, she's the rebel with little buns on top of her head, just at slight angles, and the blonde hair. It's that was nice to get her to get some more screen time. She's in The Force Awakens as well, briefly. And there was some. Also, side note, this is nothing to do with really the film, but the promo photography for this is stunning. I mean, Rian Johnson has a great eye for a shot, and there's some of the most visually arresting moments in this film of the whole Star Wars canon so far. But just when the actors get interviewed in Vogue magazine or Cosmopolitan or something, the photography shoots they do with just this wonderful clothing and the backgrounds and the colors and the sharpness and the detail. It's just. It highlights these beautiful actors and they're brimming over with personality.
They're not
I love to see them getting that spotlight in a non-fantastical sense.
Yeah.
Kind of the one
I think we could just end it right here.
That I particularly loved was how funny Luke was.
Done.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't funny.
Luke was funny.
That's the Force.
I can feel it.
No, that's not.
That felt like
That's not. That was not funny.
We covered that already, Neph.
your Yoda thing as
No.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the nice little eye roll when she physically reaches her hand out.
But that's when the humor's working in this film. It feels very human. It feels very kind of.
Humor never works.
Bush and just do what it would be like if these people were just having to put up with this shit in real life. How would they cope? What kind of humor would they use? And it did actually feel most of the time authentic, not necessarily authentic to Star Wars to date, but authentic as a kind of a heightened version of Star Wars.
No, that's not.
Where can people find you? Start with Brendan.
Okay, we're done.
All right,
We're
done. They're chilling.
We're done.
They're chilling.
We're all done.
Now they're all going to start stroking. I think they're all going to start stroking each other's cocks rather soon.
Yeah, and fingering the girls. Ugh.
No, can we not? I don't want to think about
I don't want to do. I don't want to listen to that either. Okay.
What are you doing to yourself?
We're finally finished with School of Movies. Yay!
Movie Bob has been a frequent guest on School of Movies.
Oh, good God.
That's everything.
Yep.
But it's like they keep saying the last thing they said about it being authentic.
Blah 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 blah. Fuck this. Fuck this.
Yeah. Well, dang, we won.
We won! Yay! We won! But they said, "Oh, it feels authentic." No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel authentic to the universe they're supposed to be in. It doesn't. It feels authentic to Marvel, maybe, but Marvel humor does not work in Star Wars. And if
it doesn't. And he's on there for their Godzilla King of the Monsters, where they're saying Godzilla the King of the Monsters is one of the top 10 movies of the year. I'm interested to cover that. Their Godzilla one is not bad because they're rightfully saying we quite like the original film, but we hate the
Quick, tell us your password, done, because we can see it.
No.
Well, it's a bunch of dots. How's that possible?
Memes! Palate cleansing memes!
I'm done.
Yeah, some good ones on
stream,
there.
I've been the sole benefactor of memes.
Yep.
And of course, I need to finish a stream off with one meme. Neph?
Denied.
Marry me.
No.
Denied.
Pro. What
Yes.
the hell?
I'm done.
Okay, that's funny. Oh my god.
I don't know what you were expecting.
Let me see.
Oh. Oh my god.
Let me
One.
let me pull up the memes. Okay.
When will you accept my?
Okay,
When will?
where the hell did they? Ah, there we go. Okay. Okay.
For this entire stream, I've been doing nothing but making memes. Of course, I also need to make one signature meme.
Alrighty. So, let me see. Okay. Okay, inverted commas. Let me see. Bullcrap this is. Kill all the people. Inverted commas. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Where is that one?
Oh, I love that. That's fun.
My reaction, and then she was like, "That was great." I was like, "Senpai noticed my meme."
Isn't it waifu? They killed Dunn. You scumbag.
You used the wrong picture for
I told Yokai to send me his picture, and he did not do it.
Sorry, buddy.
Okay. School of Movies house. I swear I'm not responsible. Burn it all. Burn it with fire. Neph at the moment. No! Dunn's in the back, and I'm in the themes, School of Movies, like where they say it was the themes. You couldn't see the themes. In that exact tone, because Alex Shaw is hit or miss when it comes to comedy, especially when he's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Alex Shaw is supposed to be funny?
I didn't know that.
He's funny on occasion. He's funny mostly like in his Transformers movie where he's in like pain, where he's recounting Deep Wang. Because that the streaking fountain.
You asked for it.
Nazi! What the?
Nazi! Stream. More stupid crap from School of Movies.
That is true, yes.
And they just keep saying stupid things.
They keep saying dumb stuff. What the hell? Rose's mindset.
Funny enough, that's called the Drake meme template. No relation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I
love this Vader one.
This one is great.
History. Fallen Jedi.
Fallen Jedi, cybernetic, hatred of Zan. Okay.
Anakin Skywalker plays Minecraft, spawns in a desert.
They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. Wolf
just
slowly
like
fears for his life in position close.
You have to go up.
John Williams, music starts playing, everyone.
Meanwhile, I will still continue to try to pursue Neph's Neph's affection.
There's one I posted on the 4th. It's probably going to be a bit further up in that memes channel, but it's very appropriate considering all the crap we had to deal with due to internet connectivity.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
what-
That
yeah,
one was great. That one's a great one.
Yeah, the Tsunamaki Watame.
What one was a great one?
Yeah. Oh, guess what? He commented again. This guy is an English major?
Oh my gosh.
Wrote a speech for English class. My teacher said to keep it simple because you never know who is listening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So very simply, like School of Movies.
Shit over it. Well, fuck you. People don't talk like this, and people don't act like this. Not everyone in the world is obnoxious as you see them through your lens of bullshit.
Careful, Don. Then you might die now.
Well, no, thankfully now that I'm not sharing my screen, I don't have to worry. And there's also like really School of Movies.
I'm just so tired of these goddamn movies. It just needs to stop. I'm sick of the ridiculous, hopeless, pathetic attempts at humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, if you wanted the actual picture to your PFP, you should have sent me that. Like, I'm sorry, but I was not.
Yeah. I'm talking to someone on Discord about in the writing exercises, and it's like they're going, "Oh, you can use the humans to enhance the new Dumbo movie." I'm like, "No, you can't. The humans have no place in the plot. There's no reason for them to be there, and I'm afraid we'll just have to agree to disagree because I would just end up making the original movie instead of doing something with the remake. That's how much I hate the new Dumbo."
Which one is he commenting on, Dunn? I'm going to meet this guy.
Chrono 917. I believe he's just kind of working through the videos. I think he's on part 2 at the moment.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, forever, as long as Neph has that newspaper, she can start speaking up.
Like, yeah, I just kind of wish that this of the
Somebody needs to track down a fairy and have that fairy wave a magic wand and turn this movie into an actual person so that I can kick its fucking ass.
The groin. Kick them in the groin so hard that they can no longer have kids.
I just want to burn down that guy's bookcase.
I wouldn't worry about having kids. I think it's genetically sterile.
Thank God, maybe.
You know, I'm just gonna say, can I set the entirety of Britain on fire?
No, Voice in the Radio and Mahler are there.
Yeah, we have to.
Shiny.
Yeah, Shiny too. We have to leave them alone because otherwise.
Yeah, well, Shiny's home's already on fire. That doesn't help.
Okay, I'll just set one on fire and keep going until I find School of House and School of Movies, and then I'll stop the burning.
Yeah, the remakes need to stop. I mean, seriously, why?
Yeah.
But Mulan sucked. That was it.
Well, of course
Nothing
Mulan sucked. They took out the dragon, which is important to the Chinese religion.
Also, that battle is asinine. Like, they literally remake the landscape in order to have a convenient finish.
Then there's also the, we want it to be gritty and realistic, yet it has Chi and guys running up walls.
Yeah, I get the guy.
Did you hear about the hot water Mulan got into over that little congratulations at the end of the movie? We would like to thank the Communist Party of China and their concentration camp for being a part of our movie.
Yeah, I guess they
completely out of the blue because I guess he has mental problems.
Yeah. It's like, you don't change a dragon, an Eastern dragon, into a phoenix because the phoenix does not have the same symbology over in China.
The symbol, they tried to do the Feng Shuang, but they messed that up.
Okay.
Which is the actual Eastern
Can we
interpretation
just
of the Phoenix.
close the stream?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Let's finish this up so we can watch The Last Kingdom. Alrighty.
Yeah.
We will see you all later. I only have one thing left to say, and that's the thing we say at the end of that stream.
Nice shot. The name's Rex.
Wrong one.
Why did we do that?
Okay.
Why does it do that?
You're getting the wrong clips.
Yeah, it's.
And you mean
Holy shit. Okay, we're going.
Having
There we go.